As we had last left it off, the party engaged Wenos in combat in the lair of the Wonder of Nightmares, a creature that brought forth horrible displays of visions personal to each individual. Engaging with both in a three-way fight became a dire situation, and during that fight, Wenos managed to get in a killing blow against Isaac. As the fight proceeded onwards, he feigned his death after a vicious strike from Bark, fell down, and it was due to Cora's perception that she realized that he had faked his death and was prepared to blow himself up with a bunch of fire bombs, to which she cut off his head with her spiritual weapon. The Wonder of Nightmares was brought down by Kerry, and the rest of them were dispatched in order, mainly due to Lisma and Jorex. Turning onto Isaac's body, Kerry began pleading with Dendar, his patron, to bring him back, to which everything she tried seemingly had no effect until eventually she offered his blood to his weapon, to which that created a psychic connection to Dendar, where she offered her the same powers as she had once offered Isaac. Kerry did so willingly in the belief that this would bring Isaac back. However, this was in fact a ruse on Dendar's point. And what has actually transcribed is that from everyone else's perspective, Kerry took Isaac's staff and plunged it into his chest, causing him to momentarily wake up, stare at Kerry, and then turn to ash. And that was where we had last left it off. So, as Isaac's body turns to dust, part of it blows over and washes onto Kerry's body. You can see her deadpan face, emotionless and expressionless, wipe the ash and rain out of her eyes. The staff in her hands glows a violet hue and disappears in a puff of energy. That same energy wraps itself around Kerry like a second layer of skin. You can see her skin tone go paler, her hair whiten at the ends. Her appearance changes somewhat, with almost similar features to Isaac. She takes a deep breath. The energy prescribes away. The rain continues to fall. Of the presence that you felt, this evil presence, is no longer here. What would the rest of you like to do after witnessing Kerry do this act?
Kerry, what the heck are you doing?
I'm going to shake Kerry and say, "What the hell have you done? Why did you just do that to his body, and what happened to his body?"
Dendar spoke to me. We made a deal.
What
they didn't
was
follow
that deal?
through. I give my body. Isaac comes back. He's not here. He's inside of me, I think. I feel strange. I feel like I can almost hear him, but not, like whispers. But they also sound like Dendar. Kerry's just looking at like Emra, just otherworldly now. She's just silent, but her head's like sort of tilting as she's talking.
What deal did you strike with him? Your appearance have totally changed. Did you notice this?
Not until now. I asked Dendar to bring Isaac back, and as whole, as a person, bring him back fully, and I would give my powers, my being in return. But now Dendar has me as they had Isaac. But Isaac's not here. Why is he not here?
Aura's gonna. It's raining, right?
That's right, yes.
All right. So as quickly and as frantically as she can, because I know what ash turns into when it gets wet. She's gonna start collecting as much of Isaac's ash in a bag as she can, and she's gonna scream over at Carrie. She goes, "This is Isaac. This is where Isaac is. Isaac is just a pile of ash, and you were supposed to save him. And this is how he ended up. You hit him, and he's nothing more than dust. What did you do?"
We did a trade, but it didn't go through.
There was nothing that you traded. You just gave Dendar your service.
In return for Isaac to come back, but he's not back. He is me. And then I'm just gonna like look at my hands, and some like purplish black snake figure thing, transparent, just slithers up and down it. See?
Your arm?
It's me. Yeah, on my arm.
Can everybody
He
else
is
see
me.
that?
It is a minor illusion, so yes.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Mark is going to pull his sword wearily from the ground, staring at the girl who just turned Isaac to ash and told him she stole his soul, and just go, "So you trusted a dark god to be honest with the trade, turned our comrades to dust, and now you're sat here saying, 'Oops, sorry, didn't work out.' I don't know if I can trust you anymore, and I don't know if I should." I'm just going to start walking towards her, brandishing my broadsword, just ready to go for this, because she's dusted Isaac. If anyone's got a problem with me taking her head off her shoulders, speak up now before I really start going for it again.
Already
That is
one
what you
ally down.
want, but he. If you want to kill me, then kill me, but he is now gone and there's nothing we can do. And I'm not particularly apologizing for the fact that he's gone. I'm apologizing that I failed to bring him back, and I've now sacrificed my being to the same god.
A deal you didn't have to make, did you? You did it
Deal I
because you
thought
thought you
bring him
could.
back.
It's a dark god. It's whatever he had sold his soul to. You really think it was going to tell you the truth?
You raise a good point. But if
Do
you're
I?
desperate enough, you would do the same.
I wouldn't sell my soul to anything to bring someone back. There's ways around it. Or we accept his death. We don't go selling ourselves to snakes in the idea that he may be returned. You have just done something unspeakable in front of friends, and you're not even sorry for it. I'm gonna split you in half unless you give me a reason not to.
Cora is going to let up like a silent prayer to her gods for the right words and the courage to act in a better way than she feels. And she's going to pick up Isaac's Special K necklace from the ground and walk over to Bark and put her hand on his face and say, "She's young, and I know that you don't know her, but she loved Isaac like a brother, and there has to be a reason for this. And I don't know that killing her is going to solve anything." And then I'm going to walk over to Carrie. Carrie, are you sitting or standing, or
At this point, I'm standing.
you're standing?
Yeah.
So I think what Cora's going to do is kneel so I can be a little closer to eye level with you, and take you by the shoulders and say, I have no words that could justify what you did. I have no words that will make anything better. But Isaac was going down a path that Isaac didn't want to go down. And now you've entered to the same path. And I don't want to lose you either in body or in soul in the same way that we've lost Isaac. I know that you're too young to know what you've done, but you've made a bad deal, and I don't know what we can do to get you out of it. And I'm going to try and look at her and see if I can see, like, she keeps saying that Isaac is around. I'm assuming that I can discern the minor illusion for just that, like she's trying to show.
Yes.
I'm gonna try and like look into the depths of her eyes and her soul and see if I can see any of Isaac in there.
Make an insight check.
My computer says no.
Jack, can I start to feverishly do the ritual for augury
Of course,
in
yes.
the background?
As you stare at Carrie, Cora, the only thing you can see of Isaac is the physical differences between what Carrie was just a little while ago and what she looks like now. She looks like Carrie, yes. But there's something in just a little bit of her eye line, her cheeks, the ends of her hair, even her posture. It suggests that the person you're speaking to now, whilst is Carrie, clearly has some aspects of Isaac within her. But they look like they are minor at best. And who knows? Probably phase out after time.
Carrie's gonna look at Cora dead in the face and just say, I think I absorbed him.
Absorbed him how?
Dendar told me to plunge his staff in him, and it felt like a battle that had been going on for ages, a fight that had lived thousands of years. It felt like it was going on forever, and suddenly he fell, and I enveloped him. That's how it felt. Like it had been just me, him, and now us, but predominantly me.
So I'm going to like tighten my grip, not intentionally, but like with all of my emotions, trying to be a little
You feel
more
some
rational.
you feel some pressure on your shoulders, Carrie, as Cora is an emotional person, and you can tell that her emotions are starting to get the best of her.
And I'm going to pull her in like close and look into her eyes and say, Isaac, if you are anywhere in there and you can hear us, I am so sorry that I couldn't save you. And you are loved and you will be missed, and we will try everything that we can to find you again. But if not, I hope that you rest well. And I'll pull back a little bit and look at Carrie and say, I don't know if he heard me, but if you wind up finding Isaac in dream or otherwise, you make sure he gets that message. And then I'm going to get up realizing that I don't feel as in control as I want to feel. And I'm going to walk away and stand by Emron and continue. Actually, I'll probably go back to where the spot where his ash is and just sit.
So Jack, Joe Prix was casting augury, basically to try to divine whether or not we can trust Carrie in really more so like can we is this Dendar looking to kind of eat us out from the inside, eat our party away, and is it something that we're going to be able to? It's just kind of looking for like a wheel or woe.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
I can make like.
You have to
So
describe a specific course of action.
Okay, so can we trust Carrie going forward in the state that she's in?
Within the next 30 minutes. I'm not aware of anything that Carrie intends to do to act against the party's interest. So, the omen comes up with wheel.
Okay. So I think Joe Prix is probably going to keep this to himself, but be suspicious. Probably more of Dendar than even Carrie.
Chris, do you have any input on the matter?
Still kind of in shock. It's you just watched our fallen person die, and then you stabbed him with a staff. You say that you spoke to this Dendar, but just for the record, if anything happens to me, please do not turn my body to ash. I mean, I didn't think that needed saying until now, but apparently it does.
I will not. You guys are the people that I don't trust but trust, if that makes sense. You're not family but you're friends. If I was to stab someone, it would be someone, not you. If someone else, wouldn't be you guys. Never. I would rather stab myself than you.
Can we trust that you're in control now?
I'm in control. I feel weird, like, no, but I'm in control.
Bark's going to... Really, this is the first time Cora's sort of come to him since he came back to the ship. Taking it in from who she is and what she is, Bark's going to place a hand to his cheek and just gently roll the area where his eye used to be. Hold in his quivering, pull his jaw back in. He's just going to walk to Carrie and go, "You are alive right now because I trust her more than anything right now. If I even get a whiff of anything from you that you're going to betray, stab, talk to dark gods, I will take your head for a trophy. You are in thin ice." I'm going to turn away and I'm going to start walking towards Wenos's head.
It's wet, blooded, eyes are rolled in the back of his head.
I'm just going to take the back of my broadsword and just cut a large piece of my cloak off, seeing as it's already torn to shreds as it is. I'm just going to pick it up, grimace at it, give a little smirk, and just wrap it up and tie it to myself so I now have it with me.
Whoa. Okay. Can I not use that? I've got a lovely trick I've been wanting to try out, and this is the first dead bodies we've seen in a while.
You need the head or just the body?
Well, I mean, the body would be more effective with the head.
Technically, you'd need both, I'd say.
I ruined the head being attached to the body part.
Well,
I mean,
the way I
that can be
see
solved with a stick.
is a little sewing won't hurt.
What?
Frankenstein.
I mean, what do you want it for, Chris?
I have the power to control dead bodies, and it means we can have extra protection. It would be completely under my control, they would be safe, but they would be useful to us as a party.
I suppose that works too. I just imagine there's a couple of bases that house New Order people who would feel a little less certain about taking us on if they saw the head of Wenos strapped to me.
What about if they saw the undead corpse of Wenos shambling towards them? That's not going to do them any favours either.
Fair point.
Equally as terrifying.
It's an knowledge of necromancy. Well, I suppose it doesn't really matter. I'm going to untie it and just sort of throw it Vorkus's way. If it lands on the floor with a bit of a thud, I don't care.
I make no effort to catch it.
Vorkus, did you want to begin the ritual
I would
immediately?
Indeed. The other things
Also,
that were about...
did you want to do Speak with Dead as well?
I can't do that one.
Right.
I believe it was
Can.
Cora that can. I mean, if you want to do that before I bring him back, I don't know if it would work as well once.
Yeah,
he's under control.
Speak with Dead does not work on undead. They have to be dead.
So yeah, if we want to ask him anything through Cora, we should probably let them do that first. I would also like. Is there another corpse from the weird things that were attacking us from the Wanderer of Nightmares? Or did
There
they
is
turn
a
into
corpse
anything?
of no. There are bodies about.
That's okay. It's just because I can do it to 2, so I want to bring 2 back. Obviously, make the most of my powers.
In regards to what's happened with Isaac and Kerry, does Lisma have any input on the matter?
What Lisma would do is he would speak to the guys and be like, guys, I know you've had a loss. Now's not the time to make any rash decisions or the place. Let's gather what we can, and I think we should go find somewhere to rest up.
It's up to you guys how you want to respond to that.
Give me a minute, and then can I Misty step up to that weird thing that I killed? The thing that I bolted.
If you want to risk a wild magic surge, you can just walk up to it.
Oh, okay. I thought it was up on like the mountain. Sure, I'll walk up to it.
No, you'll have to it'll take you a couple of minutes to walk around, like going up the path, but you can get up to it. It's not going to be an issue.
Oh, okay, yeah, for sure. I won't do that then. And just have a look at it.
Alright. Go ahead and make an investigation. Well, what exactly are you looking at it for? Like, you just examining it?
Yeah, I'm just simply examining it.
Having a look over it,
yeah,
up and down. It's definitely not a normal creature. You can certainly tell that much.
Can I see if it's got any magical properties? Sorry.
Oh well, its tendrils, or what remain of them, certainly reek with a necrotic energy that burns to the touch. It had something of a humanoid body, but it's been so heavily mutilated and changed that it's wrong to even consider it to be that anymore. It has no face at all, but its organs, its chest has been cut open. You can see the rib cage is still there, and where the organs would be, they have been taken out.
Okay. Does it look like there's like anything?
As in no decay in there. They've just been removed.
Damn. Does it look like there's anything like useful in there, like poisons or anything?
In terms of utilizing parts of this creature, best you can tell, the tendrils are really the only useful things of them. They are dangerous to handle at best.
Okay.
Would you like to try to harvest those tendrils?
I'm just going to shout down to everyone and just say, anybody want whatever this thing's got before it's gone again?
Lisma already pulled out a rod from the back of its skull that has several whipping tentacles on the end of it.
Okay.
Well, then, do you still have that out, Lismer, or did you like shove that somewhere?
I'm still waving it around.
So Cora is going to look at Vorkris, still feeling like she can't really leave where Isaac's spot is, and say, maybe some of those tentacle things would be good for Zaza.
Yes,
Do you-
I believe so. I will happily help to harvest them if they are anyway risky. I can harvest them with Mage Hand, and we can try and do a safer job of it.
Okay.
I don't really feel like I have the energy to move, but if you need me, I'll come and help you.
I'll be okay. You rest. Look after yourself.
So, as you guys do this, Lizma, do you inspect your new rod?
Yeah, I'll give it a thorough inspection, try and work out what
Go,
it is.
go ahead and make an Arcana check for me.
If everyone's done like inspecting the thingy when they're done, I just want to pull the Dream Snatcher out and just look at the thingy and look at Dream Snatcher.
Dream Snatcher is one. After a certain amount of time, it kind of dissipates
Oh, okay.
and turns back into the staff of Isaac. But you know, it's not the staff itself that is the dream catcher. There's an energy that's been transferred into you, an augmentation that will transform any of your weapons into the dream catcher.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
So if you use your daggers, it will transform your daggers. Oh, not bad at all.
Definitely a 19.
It's a really good roll.
Yeah.
Well, that's. Are you guys spending a short rest here, or did you want to move on like as soon as possible?
Bark would be looking to get everyone out of the graveyard is towards civilization as soon as if we're close to it. He's sort of not sure where he is, but relatively.
Yeah, I think Joe Pricks kind of feels exposed and like would probably want to get to a safe place.
Okay.
I
So
want to
what I'll say then. Sorry, Ron, you go ahead.
I don't think anyone picked up his crossbow. When was his crossbow with all those poisons in it? If no one's picked it up, I would like to pick it up. I think someone's picked up his sword.
Is there any viable poison left?
Make an investigation check.
Let me do it. Who's doing? Are you doing it?
You do
Are you
it, and I will
helping me?
help you. Yep.
Okay, so I roll twice. Am I right, Jack?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Lisma, in terms of the rods, you can figure out from the get-go that this is the sort of thing that requires attunement. If you're attune to it, then you'll come to understand its properties from the get-go.
Okay, I'll go to party. Are you guys happy for me to keep this and see what it does?
I mean, if you'd like me to investigate it properly, I can identify it. It will just take me 10 minutes.
Cora would feel more comfortable with that and say, "We've had enough of this kind of luck. Maybe it's safer if Vorkris figures out exactly what it is before you tie yourself to it."
Okay, yeah, if you want to go ahead and figure out what this is, and we can go from there.
Okay, so Emron, picking up Payday and inspecting it. With Cora's assistance, you can find out that this is a heavily modified light crossbow, in that it's once a bolt is loaded, it injects specific serums, poisons, or any kind of liquid into the bolt itself to be pushed out into the bloodstream upon impact. There is still a fair amount of poison left in it. So when you fire a bolt, with this crossbow, the target has to make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw. On a failure, they will take. Let me just double check. Where are they? Buenos. 7d6 poison damage.
Okay.
If they succeed, they take half as much. With that natural 20, you can tell that it does need to be topped up with poisons after a certain amount of shots have been fired. Best you can tell, there's about 10 shots left before it needs to be reloaded with poison.
Is it special poison? Can I detect from that natural 20, or is it?
Yeah, actually, with your make a nature check for me, please.
Yeah, I've got herbalism skills. Do I get advantage?
That's right. Yes, I would say you would have advantage on this.
Okay. First row. Second row.
Alright, so you can definitely tell that they're made from plants that are not native to the old world. So whatever he's been using, he's been scavenging here from the new world.
Okay.
You haven't found the specific plants yet, but whatever they are, they must be incredibly dangerous to touch, highly poisonous. Either ingested or even touched would be, very, very risky to the person trying to harvest it.
Thank you.
Did anyone take the sword? Well, the dagger, whatever it is.
It's a dagger. Oh, sorry, it's a short sword. My apologies.
Short sword. Did anyone take
throat
that?
cutter.
Someone took it, I think, from last session. No?
I don't think that anybody. I didn't write it down, but that doesn't mean anything.
I don't think we did anything last session. I think we pretty much finished as soon as it.
Yeah.
He murdered Isaac.
I'm gonna take throat cutter then.
Okay, so throat cutter is once again, it looks like a heavily modified short sword. Just go ahead and make an investigation check on it, please, Buck.
Will do.
I'll give you guidance.
Ooh, in the nick of time.
Investigation.
This is a weak dagger compared to your great weapon. Why would anyone want to use such insignificant thing?
Sort of yanking it from his body, I'm just going to stare down at him, look at the headless body, and just go, "It's mine now. Everyone needs a trophy." I'm just going to stick it in my belt and leave it there.
All right, well, you can go ahead and put in your inventory one throat cutter. It does it's 1d6 piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else, you'll be fine. You can find it out if you inspect it over the course of a long period of rest, like a short rest, or if you use it in the field.
I will do eventually.
Jack, Payday, what kind of crossbow is it?
It is a light crossbow.
Light, you said.
1d8,
Yes.
I believe.
Thank you.
I'd go up to the Wonder of Nightmares and start trying to. I'm assuming my animate dead thing has now succeeded. It takes a minute.
If Cora was not casting Speak with Dead.
Yeah, did you want me to speak with Dead?
Of course, yes. Okay, well, you can speak with Dead while I go harvest tentacles. Then.
I'm going to grab Cora before she casts the spell, because I heard that she's going to do it. I'm going to say to her, if you want to speak to Wenos, you might want to consider disguising yourself as something that he knows, so that he will give you the information more willingly, because he does not like you right now, the way you look.
To be honest, I don't think he ever liked the way I look.
Looking at Cora, I'm there. Or you could just call him up and tell him to fuck off, and then we killed him and laugh at him, and then leave him to rot in whatever hellhole he's now sinking into. Either way's fine, but
I'm quite on board with his plan. Bring him back just to taunt him. I'm well on board with that. It's the sort of thing he'd do.
So, problem being that I used my disguise self feature already, and I don't have it. So I can't do that. And I'm assuming, I'm just reading the spell.
Kerry, do you need to jump on now?
Alright, thank you. I will be seeing you guys later.
Thank you,
No
Carrie.
worries. Speak to
Rio.
you next. Speak to you next week.
Thank you.
See you
Alright,
next
bye,
week,
bye,
Terry.
bye.
Bye. Bye,
Bye.
Rio.
I would be the only one that would really be able to speak to it, to him, from what I'm gathering from the spell. So I'm not going to be able to disguise myself, but if we want to speak to him now versus after a long rest, then I'm just going to have to look like me. So I will cast, but I would want Vorkris back so he could properly taunt him or ask whatever questions we want asked. Because I feel satiated from chopping his head off, and I don't really want to talk to him. I'm just trying to do this for the team.
I will come back. I will delay the tentacle harvesting.
Okay. Alright. So, you all wait around about 10 minutes until Cora finishes her ritual. Cora, you sit on the ground with the body and the head of Wenos somewhat lodged back together, just to make it work. And usually it's a divine golden energy that sort of sparkles from you a bit, but this time you're aware of this spell, but you've never had to use it before, and you're a little disconcerted on the fact that there is something of a creepy black mist that seeps from you as it starts to envelop the body. As it pours down into Wenos, the eyes dart open. The eyes loll over to you and fixate upon you.
Is Jack frozen?
Huh?
Nope.
No.
Couldn't hear you for a second. Sorry.
You say?
You should ask him at what point he realised he was losing to us and he was going to fucking die.
So Cora's going to take...
Asking if my eyes in the underworld.
Oh, God.
Ask him if he's looking forward to being my slave for eternity.
Cora's going to look at...
Cora, you would
Wenos.
also note that the body of Wenos has no ability to comprehend anything that's happened since it's died. Therefore, the questions of what was it like in the afterlife and would you like to be a slave for all eternity now that you're dead, it would not comprehend those questions.
Okay. All right. So Cora would say, Buenos. That didn't work the way that you wanted it to, did it?
Question 1.
How many?
Am I
How many?
limited to...
Yeah, 5
Am I
questions.
limited?
5.
5 questions. Oh, I thought it was... Oh, I thought it was just an amount of time. Okay, that
Nope,
changes
5
things.
questions.
Up to 5 questions. Where's Dargon? We'd like to bring him your sword.
It smiles creepily. Says, Dargon is hunting the Ojibwe.
The what?
The Ojibwe.
Not the
I'm gonna
indigenous
look at...
people of this land,
I was
but we
gonna
thought
say,
they were all gone.
I'm gonna look at Bark and say, we got a lot of notes. We'll fill you in. And then I'll look at Vorkris and go, we got to read the notes again and figure out where he might be. What else should I ask this thing
Barb's going to suddenly look at Cora, just sort of with wide eyes, and goes, "Ask him if he knows the name of my kinsman, the one he captured. What's the name of the black burner they had?"
Oh, Buenos, and I will point to Bark's emblem on his cloak and say, the one that you captured with this emblem, the other black burner. What was their name?
The eyes shift over to Bark before going back to you with a smite. He had 2 names to me. Half-orc slave and whiny bitch who cries in the cell.
Those don't seem to be very efficient nicknames.
I can hear him saying these things, right? Or is it just the Cora?
Yeah. No, you can hear him say that.
I don't want to take all the questions, but I need those names. A half-orc. And a whiny bitch. That doesn't sound like my people.
Cora's gonna, with her super great charisma and not having really a good read on anything as to what's going on right now, she's gonna look at Bark and go, Do you know any whiny bitch black burners?
You can have inspiration for that, Cora. Well done.
I mean, apart from Emron, no. They all seem great to me. Please, Cora, I need names.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually turn around and ask Cora. Ask it about something about like the artifact things that we're trying to find, like your Hallen wheel thing.
They have one
Ask
of them,
it like what they got. What they got.
So I will pull out the wheel and say, there are other keys, and we know that you guys have found one. Which one have you found, and where is it?
In my trousers, I left nutsack.
I think he's
You gotta fondle it. You have to fondle it to access the magical power.
I kick his left nutsack.
Body next, no reaction. It's dead.
We're just gonna say, maybe you have to use a dagger and cut it if it's inside.
You got 1 question left, I think.
What was the most important piece of information he learned from that fucking Vrasters den? Well, he's gonna lie to us, I suppose.
Yeah, we can ask what the deal with that he was trying to make was, I suppose, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what was the deal that you were trying to make with Vraster? What were you trying to get from being in the den?
Yeah, finish this moment. I was trying to speak to Brutus of the White Coats. And the body goes functioning again. Its spirit leaves. Spell ends.
Brutus the White Coat.
Brutus
And-
of the White Coats.
Brutus of the White Coat. So I will look at Chris and say, I don't remember anything like about that person being in any of the notes, right? Like,
Doesn't ring a bell to me.
I think we're gonna have to go back to the boat. I really don't want to go back to the boat, but I think we're gonna have to go back to the boat.
Sensible, I think.
Did you check his left nutsack?
I gave it a good swift kick. There was nothing there.
So the two blackbearders you said that he knew were in capture. He didn't give genders for this. He just said he had two, didn't he? Half orc and a whiny bitch.
No, he said he knew him by two names. Half orc slave and whiny bitch who cries in his cell.
Cries in the cell.
In his cell.
That was just what
Yeah.
they called him.
Yeah.
That narrows it down a little bit. But
Akora, you would also know that the body is under no compulsion to tell you the truth. If it recognized you as an enemy in life, then it would continue
Right.
that thought
Right,
process.
That being said, would I be able to like retroactively insight what, like, how truthful I felt his answers were?
Not on this occasion, because it's purely a corpse. There was nothing to
Okay.
read.
Okay.
You have to decide for yourself whether or not you believe his answers or not.
Then I would relay that information to the rest of the party that I don't even know if his answers are truthful or not. But this is what we have.
Bark at this point is scowling profusely, and his hand is sort of twitching. His fingers are going like he wants to start running or moving in a direction, but he's not quite sure where because he's just learned potentially there are two more of his group in this world captured, one of them being a half-orc. Sends minds into all kinds of places, but he just looks at you and goes, right, we need to think of a plan. We need to start moving now. We need to start doing
Just for clear communication as a DM.
Yeah.
Wenos was referring to one person, but by two different names. He just wanted to. He just wanted to refer to that one person in as much insulting manner. As possible, as we've done in life.
Jimmy's lost connection.
Okay.
So
yeah, I believe Vorkris will make a small argument. Just wait a minute so we can do something with Wenos' body.
Okay.
Yeah, I just need a minute, and then I'll grab those tentacles. We might have to look at that. What is it I'm supposed to be identifying? That rod at the next time we get a chance. So I don't recommend attuning to it yet until we know quite what it does, just in case it's cursed.
Yeah,
yes, I will do my little ritual to bring back Wenos and then one other random corpse.
Okay, so as you cast this ritual for the first time, Vorkris, all of you can hear strange whispers emanating from Vorkris. That as a sort of a puddle of black ooze seeps out from him where he's sitting down to cast this ritual and envelops around the body of Wenos. And you can see almost like black energy like stitches seeping through the skin of the neck and the shoulders and sewing it together. You hear the sickening sounds of bones cracking back into place. Until eventually Wenos' eyes dart open again, but now they are pupilless and white. And he just leads up, looks towards you, Vorkris. Waiting for its command.
Cora
Follow
finds
them?
the nearest oak tree immediately. Like, I'm not sure how far it is away, but I don't think that she would care either.
Not too far. The nearest tree is not too far away.
Listener would whisper in Bark's ear, saying, "If I die, don't let me become one of those things."
I would not do. Oh, I'm sorry, you're whispering.
Yeah.
So Joe Prix is not really. He's a little curious. He's not really offended by it or anything like that. Just kind of curious to watch the magic unfold. But I would like to cast augury to see if charging right back into the thick of things is wise. Just looking for a wheel or woe.
Do you mean going back to the to Vrasters' den?
I think that's what Bark was talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to see if that was wise. Whether we should do it right away or rest or.
So you will get the sign both wheel and woe.
Crap.
Helpful.
Helpful. Well, I regain a spell slot, so it helped a little bit.
Yeah. Volcrus does the same with another body of the abandoned. As the magic seeps into the body of the abandoned, something happens, Volcrus, that you weren't expecting. Once again, the same ooze-like structure goes out into the body. And the abandoned's eyes flit open again. Leans up. And looks towards you, and staring at you is not a thrall of an undead creature. There's life behind that thing.
Ooh.
Silent.
You can see its head crush into itself like a small little melon down to the size of a grape and just falls back over onto the ground.
That was not supposed to happen. Seems like there is more power than I can controlling these things. But no, it does not look like I can control these. This is concerning. I've only read on this. This is the first time I've ever performed this spell, but I'm not aware of this happening before.
It was almost like the complete opposite of what you were expecting. It was almost for a moment that creature had life brought back to it. It wasn't animated to be dead, it was brought back to life. But its body couldn't function in that way anymore.
I'm definitely not going to try that again. So I'll stick with just Renos, but that is quite concerning.
There's strange magic in this place, my friend.
Or you could try it again. Third time's the charm, so just go for 3.
Did you not see the look on that thing's face? It
Cora wouldn't tell you to do it.
terrified.
Kristen's
Okay.
telling you to do it.
Like an oak tree.
Cora's at an oak tree. She
Yeah, you'd have to clarify.
Unfortunately, the issue is as you're letting go of all your lunch, Cora, you're just going to get really hungry again.
Yep. Oh, so I still have good berries. I'm gonna go over and realize how hungry I am, and I'm gonna pop a couple good berries in my mouth.
You start stress eating.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go up to the Wander and try and harvest tentacles. And the way I'm planning on doing it is I'm going to hold the tentacle up with Mage Hand, and then just like cut it with the dagger so that I'm not actually touching the tentacles at all, and then use Mage Hand just to pop it into a sack or something.
Would anybody like to assist Volcrus on this?
Joe Prix definitely would help assist.
All right, I need you to describe me how you're going to assist in this description because it is a dangerous task that is happening here.
Is anybody else going to help with me?
Help. What I will use my sword just to cut him off from
Okay.
a distance, like just using the end just to hack away at him.
I was thinking if
Yeah,
a couple
alright.
people can hold either side of a sack in a way that they can shield themselves, but get it into a sack.
Well,
You know what I mean?
what Lisbon's gonna like hack him off and then try and pick him up, like poke the sword into him to pick him up, and then
Like,
can try.
like a skewer, basically.
But that
Yeah,
might
exactly
spoil
like
them.
that.
Maybe the magical properties would be ruined by skewering them.
Well, that could also happen by chopping them off, or by that logic.
If it
What?
harms it a bit by cutting it off, it might harm it more by skewering it.
Volkris, you get the feeling that the necrotic energy is coming from the tentacles themselves and not being attached to the body. And if they were detached from the body, or even if large portions of the tentacles were cut off, they might still retain some of their potency. Now, ideally, the best thing you want is to have an entire tentacle wrapped up into basically like one of those fruit winders that you get for kids. Like that would be the best. That would be the best thing. You'll have a whole tentacle.
Like a banana
So-
guard.
So if we get
Yeah.
two people if we get two people holding a stick, I can use my mage hand to wrap it round the stick.
Carrie has mage
That's
hand too, and so I know that she's not here, but I'm sure that she would offer her mage hand to help assist with that.
The only
Double
reason
mage hand
I'm
wrapping
asking
round.
is because each bit of assistance that everybody's is giving to this in their own specific way is adjusting the DC of the survival check. So,
Okay.
alright. So I've heard from most people now on how this is going to happen. So, Volkris, I want you to roll a survival roll, not at advantage, but the DC has been lowered.
Hang on.
And can Cora, since she's not up there, but she did offer to help, can she just like give guidance? Do I need to be closer for that to happen?
I think you'll need to be a little bit
I
closer
have to
towards
touch him?
Volkris for this to
All right.
happen.
So can I go up to Vorkris and say, hold on a second, and I'll touch him and I say, I know that you can do this. And then I'm going to head back away.
Are these eventually
roll.
going to make their way into a sack? Is that how we're transporting them?
Yeah, I reckon
that's
if we do
the
the stick thing,
understanding.
mage hand wrap it round
Yeah.
and then whack the whole
And then I
stick
can-
into a sack.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
even use a
double
stick
sack
with
it.
with the opening the sack. Nobody wants to get very close to this thing, so if we can kind of like use sticks to keep ourselves at a distance, I would think would be best.
This sounds sensible.
And should we double sack it just to make sure there's nothing leaks out?
Are we talking about nuts again?
Oh, we're not harvesting those from
Anthony,
Wenos.
stop.
All right then, Volkris, go ahead and roll. Oh, you already rolled survival.
Yeah, I just rolled and then my guidance did not do very well either. Oh, good.
Okay. All right. So
Could you have sent Wenos to help you on that occasion?
I mean, it's a shambling zombie type thing. They're not really good with very
Holding
fine,
anything.
dexterous things.
Okay.
So throughout this process, Volkris, as well as Joprix and Lisner, you each will take 7 points of necrotic damage just from the handling of this. You are able to get 1 nightmare tentacle and 2 ruined nightmare tentacles. In that they are still functioning, however, you had to cut them off into chunks just to move them, and the whole process damaged them. None of them are in pristine condition, but one of them is, as good as it could be, considering the circumstances.
Thank you. I have added that into the party loot.
Okay.
I'm guessing for Lismade, we've got like a splash of it on his hand or something. He'll be just
Yeah,
like,
it's
trying to
basically
rub
like
it.
as you're using like your sword to basically just sort of maintain it. It's rubbery and flicky at best, and just on occasion one of it just sort of moves just a little bit away, kind of rolls towards you a little bit, and it just kind of just gets you on the back of your hand. Just a slight little smidgen is enough to go, ow, fuck.
Okay. Butt scratch.
Said 7 points, right?
That's right, yes.
Okay.
So,
However,
are we all
you-
ready? Should we make a move?
I'm ready. Let's go. I'm fed up with this place. Too
Yeah,
many
I've had
weird
enough.
shits happen.
Right.
So, before we go anywhere, I'm going to tell everybody to come in close to me, and I'm going to channel my divinity. So I'm gonna grab onto my raccoon head, but I'm also gonna make sure I have a special K necklace in my hand, and I'm going to. This gives me creatures within 30 feet of me. I'll be able to split these hit points to them. So I'm not quite sure what we're doing right now, but I want.
My problem is that I don't actually know what hit points I should have been on because when I leveled up last week, it then put all my hit points back up to max.
Oh. Well, I'll do it anyway, just in case we hit anything and everybody else hasn't done it. Unless Jack's telling me that's a wasted move.
Well, it's up to you. I can't tell you what to do with your
All right.
character.
All right, well, do it anyway. So then we'll pretend like Borchris doesn't need them. Who else is hurting for hit points?
Well, we just took 7
Definitely.
damage. So.
Yeah. Okay.
I only took the 7 though. I don't think I lost any hit points in the battle, so 7's not bad.
Brag about it.
I'm
not
okay.
sure,
I
I
was,
just can't
I was in the back
It's
line.
because he spent the entire time. He spent the
Right.
entire time, having his
Grappled.
own little, his- a little old
Ah,
Japanese adventure in the trees.
Right.
Yeah, I've got like 17 hit points left.
Left?
Oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
I
need
was pretty much up front with the nightmare the entire time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then, unless anybody else is down that much, Cora would give all of those to Bark. Lismer, what do you look like for hit points?
Oh, I bet
I've
he
got
touched him.
83.
You've got 83? You don't
Yeah,
get any.
he's a fucking.
You have like double
he's-
what I have. You don't get any.
Yep.
Cora would give them to you, but Kristen says no, you can't have them. All right.
No, I'm pretty tough.
So, gathering your things together, and then you begin making your way back. And
I tell
as you
Gwen
know,
to follow us, obviously.
he starts following behind you. So, I should get out Wenus's actual. What? So Wenus has the statistics of a zombie now, doesn't he?
Yes, so it's either a zombie or a skeleton, so in this case, obviously a zombie.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna get. So he's got 8 armor class and 22 hit points. Good to know.
Do my zombies get that horrible undead, undying thing that means they only die, they get a con save when they die?
Undead fortitude. Yeah, all zombies
Sweet.
get that.
I thought they did. Awesome.
So all that time we just spent, would that count as a short rest? Those of us that didn't do anything? Like I really didn't do anything. I thought I'd pick up a crossbow.
You weren't really doing anything, but you weren't resting, shall we say?
Okay.
I think we're heading for like we instead of taking our long rest went into the boat and then had all of this. Like we need to rest anyway.
Or do we
All
want
right,
to rest
well,
before we
anyway,
head back to the thing? Do we want to get out of this area, but before we get back to Vrasters, rest in the woods?
Yeah, that's not going to be resting on the
Do you
boat.
want to rest in the? Do you want to rest in the rain, or do you want to?
We happen to know a wizard that has a tiny hut.
I have a
I
I
was
can.
gonna say, where's the
I can
dome?
do a. Yeah, I can do the dome. Maybe we just get out of the graveyard before we think about that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
Follow
So you
Lismer.
guys
Was it the orange
travel-
path?
Pardon?
It was the
You-
orange path, right?
Yeah, but
Yes.
you guys went in the completely wrong direction for that. So,
Okay.
however, you have cleared out the danger in these woods, so to say. So,
Okay.
on your way out of the graveyard and walking your way through, you don't get any of the strange sensations or visions that you did when you first made your way through it. Now that you guys have eliminated the wonder of nightmares, it seems that particular danger of the forest has been cleared, and it's just become that much more safer for people. So, but after about 10 minutes of walking, you know the direction. Since you're not looking for Wenus this time, it'll take you significantly less time to get back to the boat. However, you are now in the middle of the jungle. It is still raining. Now is as good as time as any to cast Demon's
Yeah.
Tiny Hut and have a
Yep,
rest.
I'll do it.
Okay.
So it's a ritual. Let me throw it in the chat.
Can Vorkris still identify this item during the long rest?
I will definitely do
Yes,
that.
of course.
Yes.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Okay. So, are you guys going to be having a watch tonight at all?
Are we
Yes,
doing a
and
long
Wenos
rest? Yeah.
will be
Okay.
helping watch
Yeah.
all night. Wenos will be stood guard in the rain. He doesn't get the tiny hut.
Why
So
do
we
you
all-
need to
we all-
stand in the rain?
Yeah, we
I
all
don't.
fit.
Wenos is standing in the rain. He doesn't
Oh,
just
Wenos,
get straight
yeah.
in. Fuck
I
him.
was gonna say,
Oh,
so we should all fit, and then we can see through it from our side. So, I mean, if you did want to watch, it could be fine just to see what's going on outside, but we would be safe at least. But it may not be a bad idea to have a watch, see what's going on outside.
Yeah. I'll take the darkest part of the night, like always.
I'm happy to take the first part. I'm pretty chirpy still. I can go to bed a bit later.
I can happily take the last one then.
Like we're on a bender. Yeah, I'm still good. I'm fine. You guys sleep.
Before Cora goes to bed, she would like to cast Guardian of Faith.
Okay.
And put it right by the opening to the hut.
Yeah.
And I think that's
So, spectral shield and sword hangs over the hut just outside and sits there, waiting. Almost pulses with radiant energy.
I have a zombie and a magical sword and shield guarding the hut.
After about 3 hours or so, rain comes to a small drizzle. Is no longer as hard. Who's taking first watch? Can I get a perception check from you, please?
I'll do it. Perception check. Rolling. 11.
Okay. So, Emron, been a long day.
I'm
And
exhausted.
if anything does happen, you're not aware of it.
Mm-mm.
You go to wake up the second person for the second watch. Isma. Do you have advantage on perception? I don't think you do you?
I've just got advantage set to everything, so just take the first roll.
Yeah,
It's just easier for when it does.
Yeah. So, 11. So, Lisma, it's been a long ass day. If anything does happen, you're not aware of it. However, you go to wake up the third and final shift.
That'd be me. Perception.
Ooh.
Okay.
Even with one eye.
Alright, so keeping an eye out, pun intended, you stare out into the woods. See in the distance a very navy blue horizon coming. You know the sun is coming. And the only thing of note that you can tell, that anything that kind of unnerves you is a little, is the fact that Wenos Coldfoot is standing not but 5-10 feet away from you, the man who took your eye, and he's just standing there, motionless, staring out into the woods, dead, but still moving. It's not. Necromancy was outlawed in many areas of the Empire in the old world. And you get a reason that have a good reason as to why a normal person experiencing this just would not understand. However, your shift comes and goes and ends as the sun rises. And you guys have your rations. Cora, you shove your face full of good berries.
Can I just talk to Bark as I wake up and kind of like one-on-one? I wanted to tell him that my name was really Joe Pricks. I said I gave you a fake name. I didn't know if I could trust you at the time.
We'll do that after we've had our quick talk. As everybody starts digging into their rations for the morning, Joe Pricks comes up to Bark.
Joe Pricks Calporo. I gave you a fake name yesterday. I wasn't sure if I could trust you yet, but seeing as your passion on the battlefield, it's pretty clear what side you're on.
Bark turns his head with sort of a face full of dried meats and rations, enough so that his one eye is now. He's trying as much as humanly possible to make sure he's on the right side. Because you gave me a fake name. All right, not gonna lie, friend. I don't even remember the first one you gave me. Bark Blackburn. Joe Pricks is what I just remembered. Hi, I was here long before you.
Yeah, it's been a strange road for me to get to this place, but I think I have to be here to help. Do you mind if I smoke?
No.
Sticks up the pipe. Okay.
No, as long as I can take a quick puff as well.
Absolutely. It's I'm gonna share my my pipe with Bark, and I'm gonna take a look at the smoke as we do it, and I'm gonna get my portents for the day.
So Bark, as you smoke on this, you feel like you know things.
That's new.
Like it's odd. There's something about the leaves in this pipe. Just by having a quick puff on it, like maybe you could guess something today. Maybe you feel a little bit lucky.
I take a big breath and hold it and just all out the nose and go. That's powerful stuff. This makes me feel smart. What?
Sure you don't want to go and try your luck inside of the boat first before we. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
How did you come across these guys, by the way? It's things we're sharing.
I made my way across the ocean from the old world. I was on the run, and I read some of the signs that led me to this place, and I got trapped up. I got holed up in a little ruin of a city, ruin of a town, and I was being
a village.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Why does everyone in this campaign call a place much bigger than what it is? There was like 12 buildings. If that's a city to you, my goodness.
It was a gigantic city, a metropolis, this fallen civilization that... No, I'm just kidding.
They call it New York City?
You guys have not been to a single city in this place, and yet everyone at some point has called some place in a new world a city. There's no fucking cities here.
Joe Pricks is a country bumpkin. To him, that was the big city. Big ruined metropolis.
Height of civilization.
Yeah.
6 miles on each side, 1 street. It's a town, right?
So hiding from this monstrosity, this giant mechanical bull, I ran into these guys, and I knew that they were coming, that someone was coming, and so I knew that the universe it has a plan for me with these people. And I'm going to see it through, whether it's good or bad for me in the end. This is where I have to be to help this cause.
I can appreciate that. You sound similar to people I've known before. You're all about reading the universe, aren't you? Bones and cards and tea leaves and all that kind of stuff.
You could say that.
It's always useful to have.
Hopefully, it provides some small kind of help to this group.
Don't suppose they mentioned me much, did they, till I came charging back in?
What's that?
I don't suppose they talked about me while I was away?
A little bit. I think they were, sad and missing you. And this adventure, this road that this group has been on has had some arrivals and departures, and it's made the journey that much more difficult. Obviously, considering what happened last night, even, uh, it's been a difficult go, and I'm here to help these guys, in any way that I can, and hopefully, the universe hasn't told me yet, but hopefully there's a happy ending, for this story.
I take another big breath in at the pipe and. So, what's your plan? What's your plan for this? What's your plan for this world? What do you want here? New life, obviously, but what's your goals? I'd like to know.
I don't really want a lot for myself. Honestly, in the old world, I thought I could be done for at any minute. And I started to follow the signs, to the new world, and I think I've gleaned that there's a great wrong that's been done here, and I think it needs to be fixed. And I don't know if that leaves me comfortably retired at the end of this adventure, or it ends with my death somewhere along the way. But I'm prepared to face, whatever comes our way, and help this, because I think this needs to happen. I think that whatever has happened in this new world, I think it needs to be reversed. And I think that I'm meant to be here to help this group. I think we're all meant to be here. You, Cora, Lismer, Vorkris, Emron, we're all meant to be here. Even Carrie, with this terrible pact that she's somehow gotten herself into. I think this is all meant to be at this point. I'm not sure if I can trust Dendar and her relationship with Dendar at this point.
I snarl a little as he mentions Carrie's name and turn my eye away so I'm not facing her. And well, you seem decent enough, and if you think you're meant to be here, then you're meant to be here, but you're not going to die on this. I refuse to let it happen anymore. Anyone, anywhere. I suppose, in the way you found yourself in the mysteries of the universe, I found myself in the harsh ways of this place. And I have a goal now, and you are more than welcome to be part of it.
I can tell you're definitely the protective sort, Bark.
Funny thing is, I didn't used to be. Long ago, back in the old world, I wasn't much of a carer, I guess. My job was mainly get in, kill whatever was dark and evil, and burn it away, and then leave. But traveling and protecting and making sure people got to this place, and then watching all of that crumble away, it's weird. It's new and it's kind of scary, but I'm not letting people die anymore. I'm not letting people have their way with anything here anymore. I was foolish enough to think the New Order might have a point or a plan, but no, not anymore. They need to be burned away from this world. And I'm going to do it to all of them. Every single one.
I think I agree with you on that point.
Sorry.
Sorry,
Meanwhile, as you guys are discussing this, Vorkris, have you identified this rod?
Yeah, I will be ritual casting identify on it while they're having their chat in the morning.
Would you just straight up tell Lisma what it does, or would
Yeah.
you want to know what it does before telling him what it does?
No, I'm a freedom of information kind of guy.
Okie dokie. Well then, Lisma, if you'd like to look inside your journal, you will see the tentacle rod.
They look like good rolls, unless you need to switch out one of their saves, Joe Pricks.
Nice, not bad.
And that 20 whenever you want one, that's got to be nice.
Yeah, in a way, I like
So-
low too.
So, Lisma, I'm happy to say that you attuned to this over the course of the long rest, if you wanted to do so.
Okay, give me a second. Yes, I will attune to that. That will come in
Okey-dokey.
very handy.
Very good.
What does it do? What does it do? Seeing as I just told you.
Made by a lost civilization, this rod is a magic weapon that ends in 3 rubbery tentacles. Whilst holding the rod, he can use an action to direct each tentacle to attack a creature he can see within 15 feet of himself. Each tentacle makes a melee attack roll with a +9 bonus. On a hit, the tentacle does 1d6 damage, bludgeoning damage. If the target is hit with all 3 tentacles, it needs to make a DC 15 con save. On a failure, the creature's speed is halved. It has disadvantage on dex saves. You can't use reactions for a minute, and moreover, on each of its turns, it can either take an action or a bonus action, but not both. It can
Nice.
repeat the saving throw at the end of its turn. It's basically a 15 feet free hit weapon. Doesn't do tremendous amounts of damage, but if you hit all 3 of them, that's 3d6 bludgeoning damage, so.
Plus
Oh,
the
yeah.
other effects, which could be handy.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
disadvantage on dex, and that's good.
Sweet.
So, do you guys get your things together and continue on to Vrasters' den, or would you like to go somewhere else?
Do we know what we're actually going to Vrasters Den for? I mean, I get it was a place away from there. Is there anything we need? It's just one of those places
Well-
where we go
Well, you
into, never
barely,
know
you
what we're
barely
gonna
even
leave with.
explored Vrasters' den. You have no idea what it has to offer.
So the hobgoblin ceremony Oriad invoking guy was there. I'm hoping maybe with Buenos's dead body we could get out of Raster what is actually, going on deal wise.
I mean, also,
Meeting Golden Plume or something? I forgot what you said
That's
already.
I think there's a lot more people to talk to in there. We could probably find more information.
Okie doke.
Especially since no one really knows me in this world, so I could definitely go talk to people.
Also, we might be able to find some rare gems for spell components, right? If they're really gambling in there. We haven't
yeah.
found anything like that on this land yet, and we've been here for a few weeks.
I mean, you would have noticed on one of the tables, people were placing gems as bets. So
Okay, there we go. I mean, I was a rat, so I didn't see anything.
Brutus of just get it up again. Yeah, Brutus of the White Coats, Kristen. Spell it as it sounds.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe that guy's there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's morning now, isn't it? So
Yes.
whoever was there would have probably cleared out after we went in and then took Wenos on and chased him into a
We
forest.
don't know.
We don't know,
Well,
but-
Buck, you know that. Buck, you know because you spent there a little bit more time there. Vrasters' Den is like the only safe haven for many miles around. So anybody who was in that place, unless they were prepared to move on, are likely still there.
How like
Beds there, so
this? What is it? This ship that's in the middle of the forest.
yeah.
Because you said I've been there. I'd been there before, but I sort of sorted seen it for the first time and thing.
It was more of a case of like you were there for like an hour
All right.
before everybody else. So you got the lay of the place. You spoke with a few people. You got to know what was on offer, basically.
Yeah. I
And
suppose.
find a way to interject to Bark that you were gambling with him for information, right? With Winos. That a key?
Yeah. I chased him down from where the New Order was doing whatever they were doing with those obelisks I told you about. I still have the medallion on me, or did I give that to someone?
Well, if somebody has the world map, Bark can spend a little bit of time just sort of sketching in the path he took to the place he got to.
Oh no, I've just got a big black square.
Yeah, you've got to scroll down to towards the
No,
bottom.
like it's completely out. I've just got a black square.
Ah.
Oh yeah, you have to. It's down in the bottom right. Oh wait, I know. Hold on. No.
Just for a change.
I've been excommunicated. I'm not on the map anymore.
Oh.
It's because you've only got one eye, so you can't see as well. So you just have to go wherever you tell you.
Oh, that's only half the map.
It's over that way.
Can you see it now? Can you see it now?
Yes, there we go. We got some geography.
Yeah.
So is this the map they drew out, or like someone's been keeping
Yeah,
track of?
this is the map that's been filled out so far.
Uh,
So, knowing where you are, you can then etch in the path that you took, so you know, people can fill in so you can fill them in on where you've been.
Yeah, so I assume someone's giving me the map. So I'd start from where I left them to where I went. Now back here, I would start tracing that out.
Okay, so I'll fill in the map of Bark's path.
Ooh, something up north.
It'll work.
Cool.
Ruins of
Ooh, you've been to some cool ruins.
Grabhelm.
Greyhelm. We have
Greyhelm.
notes
Oh,
about that.
Greyhelm.
So that's Greyhelm. When I left you guys, I started chasing him for days, and we ended up there, which is where they had a base of operations.
You lost your eye right around there.
Yeah. And then that was the beginning of the Cold Woods, or was that in the Cold Woods?
That is the cold woods. That's like many of the trees up there are frozen, and snow is quite.
Yeah.
Snow is on a bad night. It did snow. It didn't settle, but you think in the winter that place would become frozen.
Have you ever gone by Bowenbark? Bark?
I mean, I think I can have kids. I'm not sure. Where's
only
things right now?
Only because Drusilla, who obviously was working for the New Order, we found some notes that she had, and apparently they learnt about Greyhelm from Vrasters, who learnt about it from Bowenbark. So I was just wondering if that was you. I was wondering if you'd given that information away to Vraster.
No, I'm not. I think I remember who Asta is, but no. When I left you
That's the
guys,
guy with the ship.
Yeah, Vrasters, the guy with the den.
Oh, right, okay. No, I've not sold information to anyone. I've not.
This is good.
I mean, you guys believe me, right? Like, I know I've come back with an eye missing and technically with Wenos, but I did just kill him. I'm not one of them.
Cora's gonna go, I killed him too.
And I brought him back.
But Cora is also, oh God. Cora's gonna look at Vorkris and say, those notes were written long before Bark left us. This
is true.
There's no way that Baron Bark and Bark could be the same.
Just a coincidence. I just wanted to make sure.
I mean, if there's someone out there with my name, I don't like it, but...
Well, by the sounds of his full name, he can't pass that name on to his kid, so you're fine.
I said I might be able to have him. I've not tried yet. You're a weird one, Vorkris.
Cora's gonna say, you can always adopt, and put her head down because she was adopted.
But
Anyways.
what are the chances of getting someone as cool as you? I don't know, some spoiled little brat kid.
So, do you guys want to head your way back to Vrasters Den then?
Yes, but I am interested in checking out Grey Helm as our next destination.
Okay.
You don't want to go to Grey Helm. Trust me.
Well, Bark, you would know, and you'd be telling this on the way, that when you got to Grey Helm, the New Order was already set up. They got inside. You got the key, but you couldn't figure out how to work the key.
And then,
There's something there that needs unlocking.
But there was something about the key that you just, beyond putting it into the lock and opening the lock, there was something about what they did there that you couldn't understand that opened the door for them but not for you.
was it like magic or just a skill, just a way of doing it that they understand that I didn't?
You couldn't tell.
No.
I smell a jack riddle.
Oh. What has two legs and bleeds a lot?
Anyone I stab?
Half a cat. I mean, it's got two legs and it bleeds a lot.
If it's a versatile joke, it could be lots of things.
Anyways, so it doesn't take you too long to get to Vrasters Den, and getting it closer and closer to it, it still has that same level of noise of rambunctious laughter and excitement coming from inside. The band continues to play, bets continue to be made, and as you start walking towards the entrance, you can see a number of people passed out from too much alcohol on the side of the roads. And just outside the front entrance on the steps, you can see Vraster with his head between his legs, hands over his head, going, "Oh."
What's wrong, good sir?
So, walking up to him, he just puts his hand and goes, "Oh, what? That was. Oh, well, the Vrasters Den. No, welcome back to Vrasters Den. You guys, you went off in the wrong direction. I thought you guys ran into the worst of the ways of the jungle and the forest. It's good to see that he didn't get you. Good to see that you come back to play some bets."
But what didn't get us? We didn't see anything out there.
Oh, there's some beastie out there that makes people see things they don't want to be seeing. We marked up a path they didn't tend to stray too close with orange cloth and stuff like that. We don't recommend anybody to go beyond that path, to be honest.
As a point, am I remembering that somebody was sent to take care of the Wonder of Nightmares as a problem by Vraster?
No, I told you that as a DM to a player.
Okay.
Well, it sounds like we should stay clear of that area. Sounds like there's dangerous things out there.
I'm just gonna put my head into Vorkris as he's talking. Why are we not telling him that we just killed it?
Well, I mean, this place is a place of information, and everything has value. Therefore, why would we give that information away? What do we gain from it?
We look like the hard motherfuckers that took it down and turned Wenos into a zombie. That's who we look like.
You want everyone knowing that right now? That's a bit of a target on our backs, don't you think?
Just means they'll come for us faster. Just means my blade goes to their necks faster. But sure, if you want to be coy about it.
No, I can see your point. I'd like to take one of the sacks with the tentacles in it.
Hey! Buenos! What the fuck happened to you?
You see, that's not really Wenos anymore. I'm just borrowing his body.
What?
He's dead.
Oh.
I just walk up to him, like, poke him in the back of the head. Look.
Bit gooey. He looks
I
at
wipe
him
on the back of Wenos' cloak.
Ah, shit. He was a customer. Oh well, on with the show.
This big beastie you're mentioning out there wouldn't happen to have, like, tentacles like this, would it? And I'd just like to open one of the sacks in front of him.
I don't know what you're into, mate, but I'll probably charge double.
So you don't recognise his tentacles at all?
Oh, well. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like change as much as the next guy, but yeah, that a bit too smelly for me.
They'd be a bit too deadly. If you touch them, it would hurt a lot.
Oh.
So, well, Vorkris is trying to...
Sorry, yeah?
I was going to say, well, Vorkris is trying to describe the wonder of nightmares to, show him improve it. I'm going to nudge Carrie and say, like, I know that, like, my mother and her family used to be able, with their minor illusion, they would be able to, like, show a visual of something. Could you just, it doesn't have to be big, but could you just show a picture?
She nods in an understanding and casts Warding Wind.
I knew you were going to say that.
Careful, spell it.
No, she casts minor illusion to create a mini little wonder of nightmares beside Vorkris as he's describing this.
This thing.
Ugh, that's fucking gross. Probably be worth a pretty penny to the right buyer. Did you capture it then?
It's dead.
Oh, did you get its body?
It's still out there.
No, but we can tell you where for a price.
Well, we ain't a business like that, mate. I'm not particularly interested in knowing where the body is because I ain't got fuck all to do with it, but there might be some weirdos in there that might be interested to know. I'd say that's a bit of information you can place a bet on.
Good to know. Thank you very much.
Along with those weird tentacle things there, they look they look mighty potent indeed. I suspect that a couple of people in there might want to get their hands on them. Some magic folk in there is definitely might want to use them.
I shall bear that in mind if I decide to sell them or gamble them.
Is this the thing then? From what you're telling me, it seems like this is the thing that was making everyone seeing their mum and their uncles together.
Is that what you saw? Is that your horror?
Oh no, my horror was I was dying in bed with a belly full of wine and the most beautiful woman on the end of my bollocks.
Doesn't sound so horrible.
Oh no. Because it's the worst thing because I know I could have 20 women on the end of my bollocks. It was horrible.
You have some pretty big bollocks, sir.
Is Vrastra human? From appearance, yeah.
Yeah, it looks.
How old does he look?
Mid-40s, early 50s.
Okay.
Certainly an old boy,
Yeah.
with the cap on his head and the cigar in his mouth.
Cora's gonna not feel super confident, but know that she needs to ask anyway, and walk over to Vraster, different V name, and say, you said that Wenos was a customer of yours. What?
Yeah, he brought some
what
good bets in.
Yeah, we know that he had a deal with you. What was it?
Oh, he was trying to get in the VIP area.
Why?
Because only the best bets go in the VIP area. Only the best players go in the VIP area. That's why it's called the fucking VIP area. Do you know what VIP means?
Best players such as Brutus of the Whitecoats.
Yeah, he's one of them.
Is he in there now?
But yeah, he should be.
Just out of curiosity, since Forcus mentioned that name, Brutus the Whitecoats again, can I just like a history or insight just to see if I've ever heard that name before?
Yeah, go ahead.
Which one?
Either or, your choice.
I'll go for insight then, just because it's higher. Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, well, there's only 3 people allowed in the VIP area at the moment because they are top-notch bettors and customers, always with the most interesting thing, and Brutus is one of them.
Who are the others?
Oh, there's Abyss, Venice, and what's his name? Xiphos and Ganther. Yeah, I'll play with them on occasion. I mean, it's my boat. I'll play the fuck where I want.
What constitute a good price for betting?
Oh, you got millions of gold?
Is that all there is?
Well, no. I mean, they got some special qualities about them, shall we say. Confidential, special things, yeah. Consider me the fucking doctor on this regard, and this is a doctor-patient confidentiality, and I ain't saying a fuck all. Why, you want to get into the VIP?
I shrug. Doesn't sound that exciting.
Well, that's because you don't know how to bet, mate. You don't know real adrenaline until you've been on the table, bet everything you've ever owned on the roll of a dice, and wondering whether or not you're going to be screwed over by it, or if you're, shall we say, you're going to critically hit it all.
Shall we go and have a look then, gang? Why are we standing out here?
If you got...
Right, well, pay attention to the rules. Mr. Dragonborn, sir, I would very much appreciate it if your zombie Wenos thing can stay outside. His new order fight have moved on, but yeah, I think it would distract a few of the players knowing that there's something with half an eyebrow kind of popping out a bit. Would be a bit distracting. Might cheapen the establishment somewhat.
That sounds perfectly reasonable. And I hand Wenos like a piece of rope, and I tell him to go tie himself to a tree nearby.
Oh! He walks off. That's fucking weird. You could probably sell the information on how to do that here, or bet it at least. Now, do I need to remind you of the rules?
Not at all.
Good. Right, make sure you pay attention to them. Bros, I'm thinking about whether or not I should probably add in a 14th one now.
No zombies.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I only need to put a rule in if there's been some form of violation that kind of brings the whole thing down. So I'm asking you politely, but, if there's any trouble with zombies, I might have to say, no necromancers or something.
Whoa. I mean, no zombies, that's a perfectly fine rule. You can't reject me because of who I am.
Well, I'm not rejecting you, am I? I'm not making the 14th rule yet. I don't even know if it's going to be about fucking necromancers. No, you are my treasured and most welcome patron of Vrasters Den. May you bet to your heart's content, and may you win your lucky stars today.
It is most appreciated. The zombie will stay outside. He will be no trouble, I promise.
Oh, I appreciate that, sir. Now, if you don't mind, my head is about to die, so I'm just going to enjoy the silence a little bit more. And he sits back down and just puts his hand back over his head.
Maybe go a little easy on the drink tomorrow, yeah?
Maybe I should go a little harder. That way I'll forget the pain. So, Vrasters Den is available to you. Walking inside, you can see lots of games being played. Lots of strange and interesting people. There are also multiple floors to this as well. If you are looking for a room, just speak to Vraster and he'll sell you a room to stay in to rest.
Can I ask, as I go around the tables, do I see coins that are similar to the ones that I took from the Centaur's cave?
Yes, you do.
I do. Are they quite popular here? Do everyone use those coins? Or?
They're about half and half. So you get the feeling they're about as much equal value as the old world money.
Okay, and it's the coins that I took from the chest where the construct was. Are they also the same ancient coins?
That's right. Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm going to sidle up to Cora as she walks around. I'm going to say, Cora, I have some ancient coins. If you need to, try your luck at anything, I may or may not have taken some out on my way out of the Centaur's cave. But don't tell anyone.
Cora's going to be a little shocked, but then go and put her hand on Emron's shoulder and say, it's probably a good thing that you did, because if we need to fix things and money, which is, not necessarily good, but if that's what's going to get us our information, then I'm glad that you did it. But don't hide secrets from me anymore.
Okay. I'm going to shove 50 gold pieces of ancient coins into Corin's hand.
Yep.
And that's it.
She starts shaking as she holds it. She's shaking.
So, what would you guys like to do here?
I very much like Lisma's plan of finding the bar and drinking a toast to Isaac.
Well, you've been to the bar before, so you guys saunter over to the left side of the boat where the bar is. You can see the hobgoblins there and their leader as well, and they definitely recognize you, and they just kind of give you that confused kind of look, and then as you kind of occupy the area, they just finish off their drinks and leave.
Wait.
You don't have to leave.
Wait.
So you step in front of this hobgoblin, and he just stops and just goes, "We stick at that in. Here's the dish."
Oh, God.
Oh, Welsh.
He's not even here to be offended by that. So I would look at him and hope that he does and go, Do you speak common?
I speak common, and I need to speak to common.
Well, I guess in that case I'm common.
Yes.
I was just curious. Do you remember, a little while back, you and your friends were...
I remember you nearly killed my people. Yes.
So actually, I don't know that that's all that happened. You summoned some fire spirits, which normally,
yes.
I don't think that's... Why? What were you... Did you want to burn the land away? What were you doing?
No. I wanted to burn New Aspio.
Sorry, come again?
I wanted to burn New Aspio. They were going to be under our control, those spirits, until you disrupted the ritual, and then they went berserk. So well done. Men, commence to clap. And the two hobgoblins behind them just go.
I don't think that you can really expect people to think that somebody who is summoning something so destructive was really doing anything
What
good.
business of it was yours? We were out in the woods alone.
Well, I mean, you weren't alone if we were there.
You found us. We went there to be away from people. You came to us. You started problems with us.
You could have communicated with us the entire time, but you didn't. I even
Why
tried
would
to
we
get.
want to communicate? We went away from you. People do not communicate with you. You do understand that the people you walk with enslave people like me back in the old world.
No. Hi. Have you seen somebody like me before in the old world? Like, I don't
No,
enslave
but the
anybody.
people you walk with are.
Them?
So let's speak. Yes, the humans, the Dragonborn, the Half-Elves. They all hate Hobgoblin. They all enslave us. We run away from the old world. We come here to seek new beginning. To get away from people like them.
You know, it doesn't sound like we're too far off base. Let's start over. I'm gonna extend my hand and I say, my name is Cora
He just
Roseman
slaps it away.
Sparklefoot. It's okay
I'm
because
not
I still
interested.
think that you need to understand that not everybody is working to enslave people, and this group is actually trying to help get rid of organizations who enslave people and look at people like us with disdain. There are people out there that are willing to fight for that.
You're going about it the wrong way.
What's the best way to go about it?
Staying out of our way next time.
Mm.
Don't
What if we
disrupt
could help you?
ritual. Why would you do that?
If we have the same goal, if we both want to end oppression, why wouldn't we want to work together?
Make persuasion roll.
Guide yourself. Oops,
Bah.
you've done well.
You speak like a mewling infant who does not know adversity. But I suppose there is a hint of innocence within you. Tell you what, I'll bet you, per the customs of this place, you want to know what help we need with?
Sure.
Well, if that is the bet that you placed towards me, I bet the knowledge of what you seek, and in return, I request the skills of your party for any endeavor I see fit until the mission of burning New Aspio is done.
Do I have any idea what? I don't know if you're saying New Aspio, Du Aspio, Du Hastmesh. I'm not 100% sure.
I have a funny feeling that it's New Uranium. It's what they're calling it.
New Aspio. So I would say we travel as a group, but certainly I would need to speak I would need to speak with my companions before I spoke for my companions. But what is New Aspio?
It is the place where we go, where we live. It was supposed to be a new beginning, and I won't share anything more than that. That is information that you will need to win.
So
Not worth it. Not worth it.
No, if I win, I get information as to try to help you, and if you win, you get my unquestioned help. That doesn't seem like a very fair bet.
Well, then how will you counter bet then? What else do you offer?
I didn't think that it needed to be a bet at all. I thought that us trying to work together was a pact in and of its own.
I do not trust the people you walk with. So this is why I play your game, play by your rules. If I win the bet, I know that you are contractually obliged lest you miss out on all the wonders that this place has to offer.
So,
I've seen people bet great magics here, spells, artifacts, items, lost information, anything and anyone can be found here. This is how I found out about them fire spirits and how to control them. Unfortunately, the focus of the material that I required was destroyed or used in the ritual you and yours ruined, and I am waiting until somebody comes back with another set of that component.
what was the component? Maybe we can help you find it.
I do not know. I'm waiting for the person who I originally wanted from to come back. Well, to have it on his person again.
Oh, is he here?
Yes.
Well, where is he?
He's the one with the blonde hair over there. It's just playing next to the lord with the brown cape and the brown hair. His name is Hiepas Kiepas.
Yeah.
So he knows how to control the fire spirits, but he doesn't have the components on him.
Oh, I know how to control them. I won that information. He was the one that gave me the component I needed.
Right. I'm sorry, I must have misspoke. What I was trying to say was he has more of the component, just not with him.
He knows where to find it. I have not been able to win any bets against him since then. And I am waiting until he has it on his person before I bet him again. He's a good player, that one.
Well, if he has it on his person, isn't it better for you to win the information as to where to get the component so you don't have to continue to
He
come
will
back
not
to
take
him?
that. He will not take that bet.
What did you bet to get that information from him last time?
I bet him 10 of my finest.
What, your hobgoblins? 10 of your hobgoblins?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
You bet your
Labor
friends?
is needed. They are my warriors. They selected me as the leader to do with their lives as they see fit, and they use their lives as they saw fit. They will be back to me within 2 months. That was the agreed service of payment.
So you, who are so against the slavery that your kind has faced, sold some of your own kind into slave, or
They
flipped some of your own
volunteered.
souls.
They volunteered, Dragonborn.
Okay. I apologise, and I
would
truly
not-
came over here to apologise. We had no idea what your ritual was, and perhaps I harboured some bad things from the old world that meant I was instantly distrustful of you. You have my sincere apologies, Hobgoblin.
Well, if I had the same mindset as that, the moment I came to this place, I would have ordered my men to burn it down and take everything of worth. But we do not want to do that. We just want a home.
In regards to the bet you want to make, I feel there would have to be a condition on this task. We could not give you unwavering agreement to do whatever you ask. Perhaps you would tell us to burn our own city to the ground. We must be able to judge it by our own honour.
I have no interest in your city. It is
They're
my
only
home.
towns.
Would you swear that no harm would come to us or our kind?
I cannot promise no harm will come to you, because the people I would intend to set you against would most likely fight back.
What would it be?
Human towns, or diversity of people all coming together. Any hobgoblins in your new Uranium? I see any of them? No. Because you know why? Because it was illegal for us to come over. No company, no ship for hobgoblins. We had to build our own. So thanks for that.
That resourcefulness is exactly what they could use in New Uranium.
We have our own way of life to look after now. Our own decisions. We want nothing else to do with you lots. And the only reason I am here is because circumstance forces me to.
What would
So
it
if
be
we have
worth to you to get that component back?
Well, the information of New Aspio, as you request, as well as what my intentions are. That is my bet.
Well, I think he's
That's what you
asking
say.
what you're willing to bet to get the component from Jeepers Creepers, Hasper Capper, Happer Capper.
Happers Kippers.
Yes.
It means everything to us.
What would
It's
you
the
be
most
willing to give
important.
up to us if we were able to help you get it back?
What do you want? Have a think about it, guys. I really need to pop off. What are you going to bet, Kier?
Um, we were still trying to figure out if we could talk to him a little bit more. So I would say, hey, before we go any further, do you guys know anything about the New Order? Does that ring a bell to you?
Do you want us to talk about anything we know? We will put that in the bet. We have no inclination to talk to you if you want to find out what we know. You bet us.
Somebody who's only betting because it's the custom of the ship, you seem awfully hard up to do this betting thing. I really am just trying to let you know that I think we are on a similar side. And I don't know.
I do not trust those people you walk with.
I'm going to kind of put my head down and say, I understand. Why don't, is there something else you want in here? Maybe I could offer you a little bit of guidance and assistance while you go for a bet, and that would be a gesture of goodwill.
If you are not interested, then we will move on.
That's pretty inflexible. I was just trying to offer a different option. Because betting implies that somebody, right? And I'm trying to help you with that purpose. I'm saying if there's a bet that you want to make.
Yes, you are, but you are people. Why would I trust them? Good words do not erase a lifetime of misdeeds. I can trust that you will follow the rules of this place. So if I win in a bet against you, I can trust that you will keep to your word. If you want me to tell you what I know about these people, about these places, about this world, how would I give that away for free?
Name your game, Kier.
Since you are the ones that have put forth the bets, I give that option to you. Unless you have no preference, in which case I can suggest one game.
I'm feeling particularly lucky, so I have no preference, but let's go for a purely luck game.
How about the races?
The races?
Yes, and he points down towards the table where you can see nearest to the entrance, where on that particular table, it appears that there are 4 giant fire beetles on there, set up on tiny little courses, where they run from one side to the next, and they bet on which beetle is going to win.
Okay, there's 4 beetles. How about you pick 2? I pick 2.
It does not work like that. Just pick one.
But then neither of us could win.
That is true, in which case we walk away with nothing, but not have lost anything.
Very true. Let's define the terms of this bet then. So if we win, you will tell us what your goal is, what it is you're trying to do.
We will talk to you as much as you want and tell you whatever you want to know beyond personal information. And in return, if we win the bet, you will be bound to us as mercenaries. You will assist us in our endeavors.
How long?
I don't think any longer than a month should do.
We would have to have. We would not attack anyone that we would consider allies.
You most likely have never met the people I intend to attack. They have taken great pains to hide themselves from everyone else.
I would happily make this bet, but I'll ask the party's input. It's a risk. Whoever it is we're going to meet, we're obviously going to make a new enemy. We're going to make a somewhat friend as well, but it depends on who it is we end up attacking.
I say we
could
do
be a
it.
new enemy. Could be
I'm
the same
game.
enemy.
Joe Pricks' game.
I'm game. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm game.
Okie doke.
Okay.
Your terms are acceptable.
Alright, men, stay here, have drinks. I will go make the bet. He starts making his way down.
Ooh, cheer, cheer, cheer.
He takes a seat over here towards the two other individuals that are there. This guy here just goes, hey! Who said fucking hobbies could sit on our fucking table? To which this
Vrasters
guy
did when
just
they
goes,
let him in. He's welcome to be here. He's welcome to play whatever games he wants.
fucking hell, non-humans everywhere.
Awful rude.
This guy here just goes, Linus, come on, man. You don't need to bring that sort of shit over here. Just let him play. Yeah, whatever. Free money, ain't it? Sorry about that, guys. He's a bit of a dickhead. My name's Talos.
Hello there, Talos. What will you be gambling on today?
Red has been quite feisty today, but I'm getting a bit of a feeling from blue, so I'm gonna place a bet 50 gold on blue to win.
Hey, Jack,
Yep.
is there any way I can use a portent to influence a pick?
This isn't a D20 roll.
No, it's not a D20 or okay.
Lionel, the dickhead will go. 50 fucking gold, I don't know. Suppose I'll take that bet. Alright, I'll put 50 gold down. That's my bet. Kier will go. I bet information of what we know and to buy in 25 gold. Talos just goes, man, I'm not really interested in a bet like that.
I will happily take that bet, though.
Alright, well, you guys can play against each other and I'll play against Linus over there. Fine! 2 bets on 1 game. I'm happy with that.
So what colours have we got? We've got red, blue.
You got red, blue, yellow, and green.
I was gonna say if there was a purple.
I would definitely have gone for purple. As it is, should we go for green? How are we feeling about Team Green?
Green is the color of your horn, so let's do it.
So there are win statistics at the moment. So in the last 20 races, green has won 11, blue has won 3, yellow has won 4, and red has won 2.
Green has a
Green was a good choice.
55% win rate.
So you got.
Have I got to put the 25 gold down as well?
No, you're not taking that bet. So Kier, so the 25 gold has been rejected. So therefore, your original bet with Kier is valid. So
Okay,
you
then.
guys
Let's let the
are
fates decide our fate.
okay. So
Guidance
after
wouldn't be
the
considered cheating, would it be?
What colour has he gone for?
Depends how you do it.
Kier is going for yellow.
Okie doke.
Talus has gone for blue. Linus has gone for red. You're going for green, is that right?
Indeed. Colour of my
Okay.
horns and my acid.
All right. So all the giant fire beetles, which are almost stag-like in nature, but they have an immense glow about them. They are the size of kittens. They're pretty big bugs. They're put on one side of the table, with like little, kind of like little causeways or like drawbridges in front of them to sort of box them in. And when it's time, Linus lifts up or pulls a little lever, which unleashes all of the drawbridges all at once and allows the beetles to start scurrying forward. To which Talus and Linus are already cheering. Come on! Come on! You can do it!
Green! Come on, Green!
Yellow's pulling out ahead by a bit, followed closely by red, and then red seems to understand what's going on. And then it pulls out ahead. Green is coming in third, and blue's coming in last.
Whisper
About
to Cora.
halfway
Cora,
through.
speak with animals. Tell the other three to slow down.
You want to do that, Cora?
Is that, I mean, would Cora think that that's cheating?
It could be considered cheating.
Cora wouldn't do it if it was cheating.
Okay.
Or Cora wouldn't risk it. If you would tell me that no, like it's not cheating, you're just talking to animals, then
Well, like I said, it's not cheating officially. It's just that if discovered, people could consider it cheating.
I don't think Cora would risk it.
Distract it.
It's okay.
Cora would
Yeah.
Cora would tell the green one that you have the prettiest shell of them all. I know that you can do it. I believe in you.
That's a guidance, by the way.
Are you speaking with beasts and animals to do it?
No, I'm just speaking.
Speaking in common. Okay. So the beak, unfortunately, the beetle has no means to understand you. So it continues to rush forward. And now I make some rolls.
Oh.
They, all four of them, kind of even out on the lower half of the match, and they're getting neck and neck. It looks like blue and red are pulling ahead just a little amount, until eventually it is red that crosses the line first, followed by blue, followed by green, followed by yellow. Linus just goes, yes! 50 gold! Kier just goes, yeah, no wins today for us then.
Would you like to make the same bet again, Kier?
I'll make the same bet again. This time I'm going to go with green.
I will go for... I will take your colour and take yellow.
So, Linus is just going to watch this time. Talus just sort of kind of buys in as this. So, what are you guys betting? Information?
Information and favours.
Favours. Okay. Can I buy in on this one?
What information do you have?
I've got more. Well, it's not an information, but I'm more. If you're offering your services, I have something that you might be able to do. How does I've got this, and he pulls out a small bag. Seems to be filled with diamonds.
Many?
How much?
How much?
worth?
Small amount, probably a few hundred gold in there.
Like
How
3?
many hundreds? 6?
Well, you asked Talos this, and Talos goes, "Oh, I don't know, maybe 400, 500."
We take it. Come on, we need to take this.
Okay. The favour we have offered just involves us not attacking or hurting anyone we consider an ally. Other than that, we're fairly open
Well,
to favours.
it's just mercenary work that you're offering, right? Yeah,
Well, yes, but if that mercenary work was to go and attack someone that we were allied with, we would not.
Oh no, I ain't got no need for attacking someone. It's actually just kind of a bodyguard job, really, that I'd need you guys for. But yeah.
Bodyguards, all right.
This three-way gamble.
Yeah. Okay. Well then, if Mr. Hobgoblin here has got green, and you yourself, Mr. Dragonborn, you have yellow, I think I'll go with the last winner, which is red.
Jack, what is this? So when I communicate, would I have to be like clicking, or it would understand me in common?
Yeah, they would. You'd make like kind of noises.
Do that now before the race starts, and then no one could really claim you were interfering. You were just giving encouragement.
Okay. Then
Yellow.
I will.
Yellow.
Yes, yellow, not green. I will look at yellow, and I'll go. I believe in you. You have the same color eyes as you have the same color shell as my eyes, and my eyes generally don't steer me very wrong. So I think that you have it in you to win, and we really, really are behind you and rooting for you. We'll be proud of you no matter what.
Are you communicating as a beast?
Yeah.
To it.
To
All right. So
which
you're
one?
gonna have to limit that to like a simple idea.
So then we'll take it all and we'll parse it
Run
down to
You are special, and I want you to win.
big win, no whammies. Proud of you. Go.
Which color?
Fast.
Which color?
Yellow, 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 yellow. Eyes,
we are
yellow,
yellow.
yellow.
Okay.
Okay.
So I
at this
hear
point,
how she clicks,
yeah.
right? I'm taking note
Yeah.
of how she clicks. Okay.
Yep.
And I'm gonna say, oh, I might try to do that later. Just like that. I say that loudly.
Like, Linus watches Cora does this and turns towards you, Lisma, as the other human next to him, and he says, "Your dog's weird."
Oh shit!
He whispers that to you.
Lisbon would have a slight grin, but wouldn't try to give anything away that he.
Because he just saw Cora just click towards this beetle. He has no idea what it is. He just thinks it's weird. So, at that point, the bet's placed. Linus once again scuttles all of the beetles back to one side and immediately takes it off. And Kier and Talos suddenly just go, "Come on, come on, come on!" All of the beetles start rushing ahead. It's going
Right, I'm going to
looks like
speak with animals right now and speak to the green one. And I'm going to say, there's some food waiting for you where you started. Go before everyone else eats them.
Alright, so speak with animals requires verbal and somatic components. So do you want to try and sleight of hand that? Because casting a spell is noticeable.
Well, I am.
Right, go ahead.
Yeah. Hang on.
Go ahead, sleight of hand.
Oh, I'm going to get chucked out. 17.
You with your hands underneath, behind Cora, and sort of like whispering into your elbow a little bit, you cast the incantations, and they don't. And because they're so caught up on the race that they don't seem to have noticed you do that. So, what do you say to the green one?
Turn around for food.
I can't hear you, Kenny. You just went really quiet.
Can you hear me now?
You're still really
Barely.
quiet.
Really quiet.
Hang on, let me try to.
But he was. Oh,
Oh, there we go. That's better.
What's that now? Can you hear me?
Oh, much better,
okay.
much better.
So I did the pull out the socket, plug it back in. I'm saying to the green beetle, which is Kia's beetle, I'm saying,
Yeah.
dinner food is served where you started. Better turn back now before it gets eaten by all the other beetles.
Make
Oh no, not another check.
make an animal handling check
Okay.
with your charisma modifier.
Yeah, let me. Wait.
So
You're muted.
So-
Hold on. Chet's trying to talk and he totally doesn't know he's on mute.
Sorry, I was on mute. I was going to give him my portent.
Ooh.
which one?
Take the 20.
All right, so that's a natural 20.
Yep.
So you start screaming this out, Emron. To which, like to the rest of me, it just looks like you're yelling this at a beetle. Like the rest of them are yelling things at the beetle, but the green one stops and just kind of just looks at you, like in its beetle-like eyes. It starts moving the other way, and Kia's just going, ah! The rest of them race off, and after a quick neck and neck, and quickly roll.
Come on, yellow.
Come on, yellow.
Oh, yellow, yellow, yellow.
Yellow crosses the line first.
Yes.
Ah! Kia just goes, shit. And Tice just goes, never mind. Oh well. Back to bed. He hands you a bag, Vorkris. There's a bunch of diamonds in there.
Just give the bag a quick little shake, see if there's anything else in there, just diamonds.
Well, it's not just diamonds. It looks like it's just the top part of the bag is diamonds.
Oh,
The rest
That's
of
what
it
I
is
was
coal.
wondering.
The rest of it is coal.
what? We didn't.
I'm fairly
inspect
sure
the
someone
goods.
said this was 400 gold of diamonds. I'm looking straight at Thomas.
Talus.
Tell us.
Yeah, to a buyer who doesn't know how much diamonds are worth.
Hey, Vraster.
Still about those diamonds in there. They're still worth about 100 gold. That's how much I paid for them.
That's not what we bet.
Well, you didn't inspect it completely within the rules. Sorry, guys. And he walks away.
Oh, damn it. Well, 100 is better than no 100.
I will scoop out the diamonds and pass them to Cora and say it's not much for now, but we'll build on it. And I'm going to keep the
Can't
coal
possibly be within the rules.
to cast some evil spell on him later. Find an
There's
evil
nothing
spell that
wrong.
uses coal as a component.
Because there's nothing wrong about. There's nothing against the rules about falsifying your bet. It's up to people to decide whether or not they want to take the bet or not.
That's good to know, though. Very good to know.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah, like anything and everything can be.
Wait a
bet here.
minute, though.
It's down to you to decide if the bet is worth it.
If you take
So
it
you
back-
assumed it was
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
offered the bag as a
Totally.
bet.
Yeah.
He asked him
So-
how much the bag was worth, and he lied to us. But the
Yeah.
bag
Yeah.
that he offered was still the
Yeah.
bet.
Yeah.
So unfortunately,
I
it
mean,
worked out.
if you guys are interested, he rolled 19 on his deception. So if anybody had insighted, that's what
Yeah.
that's what you had.
Didn't even
to
consider the thought of inciting. I'm far too
Yeah.
trusting.
No.
But
Exactly.
more importantly, Kia, how about we return to the bar and we can discuss this further over a drink?
Yes, very well. He does return to the bar. Linus just goes, "Hey, if anybody's he's kind of mainly speaking towards you, Lisner, and you, Joe Briggs. If anybody wants to make some more money, I've got plenty of gold if you want to continue with these races."
I'm good for now, thanks.
Right, we'll come back anytime, bro.
I'll keep that in mind.
Okay. So, Kira returns to his guys, tells them that he lost, and they just go, ugh. And then he joins you on the joins you guys on the table over there.
What do you and your fellow hobgoblins like to drink?
It's fine. We brew our own grog.
Ooh, to try that out sometime.
I would not recommend it.
Okay. I have resistance to acid, if that helps.
Most people assume it's poison.
Would you poison us? We're working towards being on the same team.
No, unless you want to drink our grog.
I
You're
don't
welcome
really
to,
drink.
but I don't think you'll be able to handle it.
Probably not. I'll stick with water.
Anyways, you win the bet. What do you want to know?
What is it you are trying to accomplish here in the New World?
I'm trying to build a new home for ourselves. Bunch of us goblinoid folks, bugbears, goblins, hobgoblins, orcs even. We made our own way over. We stole one of the ships and sailed here. Made our way a little bit southwards. We set up a couple of settlements down there on the islands. Fortunately, didn't go so well.
These are the same islands that we've been asked to check out by New Uranium.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. And what is New Aspio? Where is this?
You guys got a map?
We
Slap
actually
it
have
down
a
on the
paper
table.
copy of the map that we use. If we do, then yes, we'll have to get out.
He looks at the map and says, yes, so that is where you found us. Down here, I see you got the fire isles down here. Yeah, so we set up one place on the cusp of a volcano. Here.
I'm not seeing a ping if you're pinging.
Nope.
Should be just coming up. Hold on.
On the GM layer? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Where was it?
I don't know, but the map just opened up a little bit. We just got a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
That's
You
one
don't
of
see the
our
fire isles.
settlements.
Oh.
That's one of our settlements down there. The orcs belong there. They don't really let anyone near to them. But then we touched down on one of the most further outmost isles. We called it New Aspio because we came from Aspio in the old world. It was our land before it was bought out and demolished and destroyed by the VTC. We had a city there called Kukarnat that got demolished as well. The VTC just hates us goblinoid types. So we built up New Aspio, and then in it we built New Kukarnat. However, that's not going well to our favour either.
Why not?
What are
Well,
the problems you're having there?
it was the people there. They wanted to go back to our old ways of war, like we did in the old yonder days, before the VTC, before Uranium became a proper empire. We had our own military force. We had our own armies. Since then, we just kind of settled down, I guess. They want to go back to that old way. They want to start building up and spawning again, making more armies. They want to conquer the new world. Me and my guys, we didn't want anything to do with that. Neither did a lot of people there. They were just looking to get away from all the fighting and all the violence. So there was a bit of a bloody civil revolt. We got out. A lot of people didn't. As far as I know, it's under martial lockdown. It's not. I'm hoping to go back there to let my brothers and sisters go, so that New Kukarnat can be the place of diversity and freedom, the way I wanted it to be before, he turned up.
I have offered my apologies before without truly understanding what I was apologising for. Now you have my sincere apologies. It sounds like your goals are very worthwhile and much the same as ours.
Yeah, we just, and I would point to Star's Independence on the map. I said, something similar just happened over there, and we helped unite them. But who is it that turned up that's ruining it all for you?
He's called Rocknorg the Maniac.
Oh, that doesn't sound very good.
He's fucking crazy. He's come with him this old ritual that every single baby that's born, if it looks weak or malnourished, then the priests of Quakarnet feast on them to get rid of the weakness within the tribe. It's barbaric, but a lot of people are buying into it.
I would like to
sobbing.
I'd like to mention one thing that as Cora has said, we ran into a similar issue there, but the issue wasn't really with the people themselves. They were being interfered with and corrupted and tricked by the New Order. I'm sure you have run into them in your travels over here.
Yeah, they offered us a spot, and with them we refused. Had a bit of a fight, and now we don't like them.
And did this crazed guy turn up after you refused their offer?
No, he came. This New Order, they came after. We were here before you humans set up, definitely.
Is the maniac a human?
No, he's a hobgoblin, like me.
You don't think that he's in league with the New Order? If they approached you, they might have approached him.
Well, they approached me because I was nearby the settlement where they were operating from, but I heard they got kicked out of that settlement, so...
I mean, I think, and I'll look round at the rest of the party, that if what you say is true, which under the rules of this place it has to be, we could probably be tempted to help you out anyway. It sounds like you have good goals and that we don't want this crazed maniac running your settlement. He's not be good and we'll never have any sort of peaceful relationships between our peoples.
Well, he's a problem for the future. The longer we wait on it, the worse it's going to be to try and get rid of his influence. Hence why I wanted the fire spirits and wanted to go there, burn it all down, and start again.
Now you have something better than the fire spirits. You have help of the people who were stronger than the fire spirits you plan to use. Because we defeated them, we're still here.
Why would you help us?
Because people living together in unity is a good goal. Murdering babies because they look a little bit weak is not.
You maybe misunderstand the words. Maybe I don't speak common well enough. We don't want to live with you people. We want to live away from you people. Rocknar, he wants to conquer you people.
Living away is... Sorry, carry on.
I was just to live. I want hobgoblins and bugbears and orcs and goblins to live on their own, find their own way without human interference from now on. That interference will come if we march to war against these people.
If you are willing to live peacefully and not attack us, then that would be a first step. It might be generations down the line, but people need to trade. People will need things. If we are not at war, then there is room for us to grow as friends.
That's a problem that the future generations, as you say, can deal with. As it stands right now, every single person I know who doesn't want to conquer people just doesn't want anything to do with you human types.
I will take leaving us alone over war.
That's what I want. Rocknog, the maniac.
After years... after years of being discriminated against and killed and run out, there's a lot of hurt. I mean, maybe in time all of you can realize that it's not every human that's like that. Sometimes it seems like it's everyone because those bad ones are the loudest, but look at me traveling with them. They've protected me and saved me. Not everybody's as bad as those other
You say
people.
that, and yet you still attacked us because you came across something you didn't know what was happening. You didn't understand it, and you saw hobgoblins, and you assumed it was bad. So you stopped us from doing it.
And we were wrong.
Yes, you were. That's why we don't want to live with you guys. That's why we just want to live on our own.
Separation will never help us to understand your people. It will never help us to understand that not everything you do is bad. The only way we do that is by learning from each other, by understanding each other's cultures, and then we understand that maybe we shouldn't just attack every hobgoblin ceremony we see.
I am not the person to debate philosophy with on the peaceful harmony of races. I am a warrior, and my men are warriors. We just want to live on our own. Go speak with one of the priests. Talk about cultural assimilation and stuff.
Understood.
Is there anything else you want to know? Or is the bet been paid?
I'm enjoying getting to know you. Do you know anything about the Ojibwe?
I heard of them. Never seen anything before. It was just a rumor. I'll tell you who does know. Lord Jolly over there. And he points to that guy there. He knows, and see, that guy there, Deckard, his name is. He knows.
Oh, I think my friend was talking to him before.
Yeah. Yes, I think so. Maybe.
How far have you explored in this land? Do you have any knowledge of the areas that you cannot see on our map?
I've only been. This is the furthest north we've been.
Worth a try.
So you guys must be the ships. There's a captain that sailed us in that was asking us to go and check out the waters and the islands down here where you guys are, because she had seen ships come in. That must be you guys.
Yeah,
we know that
they have a few ships. I don't want to call them warships, but they are battle capable.
Do you guys know that the VTC is here?
I did not.
They are, and I think that you having that information is probably good to protect you, because if they tried to wipe you out there, I don't think that they're going to be any kinder to you here, and they are working with the New Order.
Regardless of what you think of our kind in the old world, we are not allied with the VTC here. We do not want them here, any more than you do.
He doesn't say anything, he just kind of nods.
And that component that you needed for the fire spirits, I know you said that you didn't know what it was called, but do you remember what it looked like? Was it flora? Was it fauna? Was it a gem?
There was a flower.
Do you remember what it looked like? My friend and I are good with flowers.
Yeah, it was red and sparked on occasion.
Could I take the notes out that I've got from nature with all the herbalism that she had? Just look through there, see if anything matches up.
There it does. There's something that does match up in there.
Ooh.
It's called the fire flower.
Does it have any notes about where it was, where they found it?
Yes, it grows roughly. Oh, hold on, sorry guys.
Temperature is 40.6.
Things are going our way.
Didn't need to go.
That natural 20 portent that Joe Fricks threw in there.
Definitely my contribution.
So, Jorpix, what did you do
Got
with
it.
your masterful power of controlling the future? I made M1 talk to a bug a little bit better.
Yeah, we convinced the beetle to not win the race. Exactly.
Turned the tide.
Fixes in.
Giving him medicine.
Is there anything else we want to know, guys? They haven't been west, have they?
Sorry, guys. What was the last thing?
Fire
Just talk about
flowers.
something?
Where the fire flowers are found.
Yeah, so the fire flowers are found in the Wonderwoods. They're found just northwest of Star's Legacy. Nearer the coast, scratching up. If I actually take you back to the world map, you can find them in this area.
Can you ping again? Sorry, Jack. Okay. Just before the beach.
Yep. Around that general area.
Yeah. South of beach.
They are relatively rare.
I would like to say to Kier, would you excuse us for just a moment? And I'd just like to gesture for the rest of the party to step back, just so I can talk quietly to them.
Goes and rejoins his men at the other table.
I'd just be like, so we actually know where those flowers are grown. The rough area, there was notes from the stuff we managed to get from Nature's Notes. Do we want to just share this information? I generally quite like this guy. I feel very bad about fucking over his ritual already. I'd happily take him there, show him what's there.
I think it'd be a good idea. Probably will pay dividends somehow in the future.
Exactly. I know he says he just wants to avoid us, but it can't hurt to have someone that doesn't hate us in this land, which is few and far between.
We're just making friends all over the place. Do we have any reason to not believe him? Should we insight him?
Yeah, that thing that we never do. I mean, I do actually trust him because he was very keen on the whole rules of this establishment, and that was why he said he could trust us, because we had to follow them. The fact that he believes that means he would surely follow them as well. Would be my logic, but I'd have no problem with insight.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of along that line too.
Okay. So do you want to make an insight check?
I mean,
I'll make one if you want.
Yeah. My insight is good. Well, I have a +8. You want me to do it?
Better than mine. I thought mine was.
Woo!
Oh, nice.
He seems like he's been on the ball. You don't detect any dishonesty from his words.
Then I'd say I think again, as a gesture of goodwill, I think that we could give him that information.
I like this plan. So I'll return over to Kier. Yeah, we found information from the New Order. They had kept notes on many plants and herbs they had found in this world, and I believe I know the component you speak of.
You do?
We have not seen it ourselves. This information is third hand, but it was from a very meticulous source who was very keen on her note keeping. And I'll unravel the map at this point and say it grows in this area. It is not a common flower. You may have to look for a little bit of time, but this is where we believe it is.
Make a persuasion roll.
Ah, yes.
What?
My magician, my wizard. Not very persuasive.
Guidance.
Too late.
Just in the nick of time. 15.
That's how you do it.
He stares at you for Christian. It's a bit. You get a little uncomfortable with how intently he stares. He goes. All right. Thanks. He starts speaking in Goblinoid to his men, who immediately pick up their shit and leave.
Good luck. I'll call after them.
I hope to see you again.
They don't say anything back. They're gone.
Wow, got what they wanted and leave without saying a word.
Didn't even get a kiss goodbye.
How very goblinoid of them.
So who next, you guys? Who do we want to speak to?
Well, he said that this guy and this
Deckard.
guy.
Yeah,
Yep.
Deckard and that guy would know about the Ojibwe.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Lismer that spoke to Deckard before?
Yes. But Deckard only wanted his sword, which he wasn't willing to trade.
Yeah, but we've got a bag full of weird necrotic tentacles now.
Oh, those in the wrong hands
You also have information of things you found, like the Gorgon for one, like the metallic ball.
Yep.
Like people would certainly be interested to learn about that.
Okay.
The Harlan wheel, certainly, if you wanted to bet something like that.
No.
Or if just the information you found out, even the information about the VTC could be valuable. Because as you've learned from the notes that you picked up from the New Order, the VTC doesn't operate out here, so it's generally just unknown. Like Kier didn't know they were here.
He does now.
All right. Well, then maybe we go to Deckard and try with different information.
Sounds like a plan.
So who would like to approach Deckard, or any of them?
I suppose it would have been Lismer would be good, right? Because they spoke before, but he's not here.
Lismer's gone early.
Yeah.
I don't know that he would have been good anyway, because I don't know how one-track mind Deckard is, because he did say to him, that's all I want from you. So maybe another...
That's the only thing that Deckard saw of any worth on Lismer, so...
We've got...
Why did we roll a D2? Number 1 is Deckard, number 2 is the other guy.
Well, we still have to figure out who's going to talk to him. I mean... Joe Pricks, are you feeling?
You can all talk to them if you want. It doesn't have to be. A nominated person.
Yeah.
So who had what
for the games? Therefore, I think my luck's running out. Is what I mean.
So, do we know what games these tables are playing?
They are playing high stakes poker on this one and blackjack on that one.
Oh, something we know.
Kind of.
We've got one more portent, don't forget.
I do.
One.
It is. So what do we? What is it? We have Jolly and Deckard.
Yeah.
Information about the Ojibwe. I mean, honestly, I think all these people have information about something.
They've all got their own little bits, little pieces.
Yeah. And also, we need to find more diamonds. Keep finding diamonds.
It really just depends on what you guys would like to know, learn / get. There's absolutely nothing wrong going out to people and say, "Hey, I'm looking for a really nice weapon. You bet in any weapons?" And they'll be like, "No, but that guy over there is."
Yeah, somebody said that we would have noticed one of the tables was betting in gems.
Yes, one of them was, yeah.
With a quick scan of the room, do we see
Let me have a quick look to see who would have it. No, they're betting herbs.
Oh.
No, they're betting something else. And they just have a bunch of magic items.
We want to bet at every table, you guys.
Magic items.
Just as well guidance cantrip.
He's looking for people. They're seeking money, pleasure, and secrets. I'm trying to find it. No, he's doing big things.
Or if we already got the gem, we already won it. That bag of coal.
Put enough pressure on it, maybe it'll turn into diamonds.
I did think that.
Squeeze it really hard with Mage Hand.
They've got spell scrolls. They're doing healing potions and blessings.
Can I just say I want everything from every table?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Creature
I need some more
locations.
herbs.
Uses for hides and secretions and beast weaknesses.
Everything is interesting.
Well, beast weaknesses. Maybe we should go there and see if they know anything about that fucking
gems. Here we go.
thing.
Yeah, found the gemstone person. So this guy over here is betting gems.
Which
Is
one?
that the VIP?
No, that's not the VIP area.
Oh,
the VIP
up
is
there.
over here. But there are doors here
Oh,
leading to other areas of the ship.
Oh.
You've just been on one floor of the ship. There's like 5 floors to the ship.
Gotcha.
Harrow Bunts. Do we want to go there? What do we want to do? Like, there's value in everything here. What are we after next? We can spend another 2 sessions here.
I definitely want to visit the table where they're discussing weaknesses and things before we go, just to see if they've heard of this Gorgon thing and if they possibly know how the fuck we can beat it.
Oh man, he's got a shit ton to bet. Wow.
But if we do find it out, are we going to go back there to beat it? And what's the point on that?
Well, who knows? Like, every time we have beaten some giant foe in this land, there has been some beneficial component or body part that we've been able to use, or at least sell.
That is true as well. And we know where it is. Well, where it was. So what does everyone think? What does Spark think? What does Joe Pricks think? What's priority? We'll end up doing everything, but by the sound of it.
I like the idea of getting information on Ojibwe.
Okay. What about you, Bark?
I don't know, because I was standing outside because I wanted to ask Vrasters stuff, but stuff started happening so quickly, I just let it go.
Okay,
why don't we cut back to that?
We haven't done you in a while, Dan. So you're outside with Vraster at the moment, who's just going.
I mean, I feel like.
What do you want, prospective customer?
Seems so irrelevant now.
No, do it. It's
Can do
relative
it.
to it's relative to Bark, so it's relevant to us.
All right, so this would have been like however long ago before you did everything you did, and I probably would have come back in and just looked at you for a while. No, I'm just looking at the ship, and I look down and go, this is a very well made, you're very well set up here. How long have you been here?
Oh, how long have I been here? You want to make a bet and find out?
Oh, God.
Well, unfortunately for you, I'm in the wrong place. I'm not a gambling man, never have been. It's just...
Do you want a bed? You want a whore?
I don't think you've got anything in there that'll take what I can dish out. Trust me, I'll crack them all in half.
I don't know. Nut gobbler's taken quite a lot.
Nut gobblers everywhere.
You say goblin?
No, nut
nut
gobbler.
Oh.
Oh, no. No.
That's from M1's campaign.
I've been way too
No.
I'm glad Lee isn't here because he married her in his game.
Oh, I thought everyone was in the same campaign. Sorry.
No, not yet. It's not.
I knew it was Lee that married her, but as Lee wasn't here, I thought I mentioned. I generally thought you were in that campaign as well.
She made an appearance in Chet and my night campaign. They bought somebody a birthday prostitute, and she was the one.
Nut Gobbler is everywhere. Nut Gobbler gets around. Let me tell you.
Isn't that,
They call me
is that a South Park
Nut
reference? I swear to it.
Yeah, it is.
I thought it
is,
was.
yeah.
I thought it was. Excellent. I forgot where I was now. I'm guessing you're not going to tell me anything unless I gamble for it, are you, Vestra?
It depends on what you want to learn and how much you want to know it.
I'm just curious how a ship ends up in a jungle so well decked out with casino bits, but
I shit it out and then I polished it.
You have a good night, Vastra. Because, Bark's not a gambler at all. He hates gambling. Not his bag. So, rewind back to where you guys were. I've been that skulky thing in the corner just watching you all shouting Beatles on a table. Right.
Go on, Blue! Go on, Blue! Actually, despite the fact they're just little Beatles running from one end of the table, it's actually quite in a bit of an adrenaline rush.
Oh my god, doesn't take much for us. So who do we speak to next, guys? You know, the OG. Something about the OG boy. That was the last person Joe Pricks was thinking.
I was thinking OG boy.
So the OG boy would be Lord Jolly. No, they're on the same table now.
No,
Lord
it
Jolly,
was
Deckard Masons is what Kier said. I think they know something about the OG boy.
Yeah.
Sorry, what's
Peppers
OG boy?
was the component.
Okay, that wheel thing that I still don't know about because I don't think any of you have actually showed it to me yet.
No,
The wheel.
they kept under wrap yet for now.
We keep under wraps. Have we not shown you the book?
I mean, I literally turned up at this casino. We chased one else into a graveyard, fought to death, and now we're back here.
Yeah.
We'll have a proper catch up at some point, but yeah.
We only spoke about it on the way to the graveyard very briefly. Okay.
I mean,
so,
I'm going to assume that if you told me anything while I was running after one else, it didn't stick.
Yes.
Like, that's I was not in a learning state at that point.
So, is it Deckard or is it Lord Jolly?
Right, so who knows what? Deckard might know about...
They both might know about the OG boy.
OG boy, yeah.
OG boy, as in the original boy. It's the original boy.
Yeah. Source of some information, something important. OG boy.
Oh, that sounds so Native American.
OG boy.
OG boy.
I prefer OG boy, actually.
OG boy. They'll love it if you say that.
It sounds like a really shit brand of something. Just OG boy, Emron with a cat.
Boy, you ain't OG.
OG boy.
So,
table is closer, but Cora will not really be gambling, especially not when bluffing is involved. So, blackjack or poker. Does anybody have a preference as to which?
I mean, which one of them looks like they're easier to beat? Because if they're seasoned gamblers, we're all screwed.
Well, sometimes the cards are just the cards too.
Yeah,
exactly. Short term, they're both about the same. I kind of poker myself, but
I'd rather do poker.
Just shake dice around a campfire.
Okay, poker it is. Let's do it.
Oh God.
Poker's Lord Jolly, right?
Can someone put a leash on him? Can someone stop him?
Lord Jolly is blackjack.
Oh, so
Poker
it's
is Deckard.
Deckard. So I'm going to kind of shove Joe Pricks that direction. Because he said you want to play poker.
I'd rather play poker than blackjack. I don't think I really want to play poker, but.
So you all go sit down at the table, and the two people who are already sitting there, Deckard and Morris, just nod towards you. The person dealing the cards, clearly an employee of Vrasters, just goes, as more employees, we have 3 more seats available. Take your seats, whoever would like to be part of the game.
I speak
So
up and I say, I'd like to.
I got Joe Bricks and Vorkris.
Yep.
I'm just gonna watch.
God's sake, Cameron, get involved. You're going to push people into it. Do it yourself.
All right then.
I
All
just
right
lead
then.
people astray.
You
I don't do this
gaslighter.
bad.
All right, no buy-ins here. Each game is a single round of bet. It's a single round of bets. Place your bets whilst I shuffle the decks, and he starts shuffling the deck. Deckard just looks at you guys and goes, "Well, pleasure to be playing with you guys. What are you guys looking for?"
Well, we're after a little bit of information, and we've been told you might be the person to get it from.
I might know some information. Depends on what information you're looking for.
We're looking to find out about the Ojibwe. As much as you know about them.
Yeah, I can tell you about them. In return,
Do you know just a little bit? Or do you know a lot of it?
I know more than most people.
Oh.
Do I believe him when he says this? Because I've been caught out once already.
Insight check.
Make an insight check, sure.
Okay, rolling.
15.
Oh,
He's certainly confident in his words. He knows, he knows something is probably.
Okay. Okay, and what would you like in exchange for this bet?
What you got in that spell book of yours?
I've got a few spells you might be interested in.
I'll take one of your stronger ones, like a page.
Did he actually get it, or did he just be copying out of my book?
Like
We do
he'll,
have some scrolls, yes.
like he's unless you copy it, he's basically saying he's gonna like rip out. He wants to rip out a page with one of your like highest level spells at the moment.
So I have 10 gold pieces of ink and paper. I know when I'm making a copy, the cost is reduced, but I can't remember how much by. If I can afford to make a copy, then I probably... It's half.
It's half, yeah.
It would need to be 40 gold, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
In fact, no, only what's copying a 4th level spell? That's a lot more.
Yeah, 4th level. So, Kristen, we've only got 1st and 2nd level scrolls.
I mean, but he said your highest level. He doesn't know how powerful of a wizard, although he looks very, very powerful and billowy with his cloak.
Wow.
Maybe he only knows up to 2nd level.
Oh, fuck, it would be 200 gold worth of materials, which is not good.
We could say, I have this scroll, and I would hand... no, I don't have it. Emron,
I have it.
The Shatter Scroll.
So I'm gonna dig out and say, I've got a scroll here. You might be interested. It's very powerful in creating damage.
Can I have a look at it?
I will unroll it, but I'll keep it in my hand.
He inspects it. Seems to know how to read it. Yeah, I'll bet you on that. My information versus that bet. Rorus, you in on this? I'll put down the bet. As 100 gold. Guys willing to take that bet?
100 gold? This spell scroll is worth far in excess of 100 gold. You'd be looking at 500 gold in any shop in the world. Even over there.
When she says that, I'll quickly druidcraft a really like sparkly around the scroll. Really glamorous.
Right, how about take that bet. Deckard, I want you to up your bet. I ain't just interested in your information, but I am interested in that spell scroll. 100 gold for that guy's spell scroll. He's pointing towards Enron, and I'll throw in some equipment for a mount. How's that?
Some equipment for a mount? So like saddle equipment and stuff that we're talking?
Yeah.
What animal is this equipment for?
Cora
people
touches the plains runner feather.
Yeah, people calls them the plains runner around here.
I mean, potentially if you were to speak to one, you might be able to make it want to be part of our party, Cora, and then we wouldn't really be enslaving it or capturing it.
That's true. I wasn't. I was just absent-mindedly. I think, if we were going to have to ride it, we would want it to be comfortable, and we would want to be comfortable. So, if you think that that's a good value, then I'm
How
okay
many
with it.
sets of mount equipment?
I just got the one because I only got the one planes runner.
Oh,
Would you throw in your planes runner as well?
yes.
Not just for that scroll.
Are we interested in one plane runner, everybody?
I mean, no, I'm just a terrible gambler.
It was worth a shot. Worst you could say was no.
Deckard will go. All right. More information plus I was one of them white stag locations. I know where to find one of those.
Elk?
I will put on a very blank poker face and say, yeah, I guess that sounds acceptable.
And I'm going to say, what's a white stag? Scratch my head.
Do you remember when we
Cora's gonna
first got it?
turn
Went to
and
the top of
face-
that tree.
Oh, never seen one before.
Cora hasn't either, but she knows what they're talking about, and she knows she's not going to be able to hide it, so she's going to turn and face Bark.
All right then.
So I've got
so
information
it's gonna be,
on because I'm not going to bet a level of my spells, so it's not going to happen.
We
So
have
either unless we have another. Do we have another scroll?
We have a silent
level.
image, first level, an illusory script, a grease
And
spell,
Yeah. I'll
I mean,
probably
you
offer
could-
Greece, actually.
Sure.
grease, and then some gold to match it, maybe?
We're fine where we are, right? We don't need anything else. They are
Well, I mean,
thing.
are we both gambling, Workers and I, or just one of
Yeah,
us?
having us both in the game doubles our chance of winning at the end of the day.
Right.
So, what are you betting, Joprix?
Scroll and probably some gold.
Which scroll and how much gold?
I think it was.
Grease.
It'll have to be the first level Greece scroll.
Grease
Yeah.
is the word, is the word. Yeah.
Right, so you're betting the grey scroll and how much gold?
It's not my gold. So how much do we want to put up, guys?
Maybe 50 gold. He seemed to think 100 gold was a fair price for a level 3 spell, so level 1 and 50 gold for the same amount.
Cora, you have the 50 gold, haven't you? The ancient coins.
Oh, yeah, you gave, yeah. Oh, here, I don't need it. Take it.
I'll take that bet. So 50 gold from Joprix plus the first level spell scroll of Greece. A second level spell scroll from everyone for Vorkus's bet. Deckard is betting a location of a Hullen stag as well as his own information. And Rorus is betting 100 gold plus one set of equipment for a plains runner mount. Alright, so with the bets solidified, the card cutter does his thing and spreads out cards amongst all of you, and everybody is given 2 cards each. And there is 5 cards on the ground. I want Joprix and Volkrus to roll 2 d20 each, please.
Do it. Ooh. Pretty good. Both.
Right, so Joprix, your hand is it's average. Volkrus, your hand is pretty good.
Blank face.
All right, so Vorus,
Did you say two
Vorus-
2d20 or 1d20?
No, just one.
I'm
Vorus
sorry, I
and
did too.
Rorus and Deckard, they look at their hands and they have, expressionless faces about them. The first set of cards flip over. I'm just going to roll another d20.
Am I allowed to use a portent for this?
If
Let's
you
see
want
how it
to.
goes. If Richard wins, you don't have to.
You don't know what I've rolled,
Yeah.
so would you like to replace it with a d20?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I don't even know what you're rolling, so
Exactly.
Maybe low is good.
maybe.
Okay.
But you said
So
you had a pretty good hand.
So as the cards continue to flip over, Volkus, you're pretty confident in your hands. Joprix, maybe not. Horus and Deckard, they continue to look at their hands.
I would like to pay close attention to Deckard's face.
Make an insight check. He's got a pretty stony face. He's got a pretty stony face about him. Until eventually before the fifth and final card is flipped over, the person goes, "All right, final card. If you want to withdraw your bets now and walk away, now's your opportunity."
I have no wish to withdraw my bet.
Joe Briggs, do you want to withdraw your bet?
Yeah, I think I will.
Okay.
I'm able to withdraw it.
How does that work? Does that invalidate the round of betting, or what?
No. What it does is basically you give up your ante. So on this occasion, you bet, what was it, 100 gold, wasn't it?
50.
50
plus the
gold
spells
and
roll.
50.
Yeah.
Right. So it's generally 10% of money you bet. So on this occasion, it will be 10 gold that you give up.
Okay, that's fine.
10% of 50?
That's Greece, so he's just taking the monetary value.
Well, he's taking
Oh, gotcha,
right.
Rorus will fold. So he's going. So 10 gold is going to stay inside the pot for him, and Deckard is going to go.
Does that mean we lose out on his saddle?
Yeah. Deckard is going to turn towards you, Chris, and he's going to say, "Want to up the bet from here? I'll raise you."
How much you want to raise me?
Another 50 gold.
Done.
All right then. Flip it. Yeah, got other guys.
Turn over my 18. Whatever that means.
You put your cards down. Pretty good hand. Deckard puts his cards down. He was bluffing. He has nothing.
Wahaha.
Damn it! I thought you had nothing. I thought I could fucking bluff you out. Shit.
Tell you what, how about buy you a drink while you tell me all about the Ojibwe?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing about that. I don't know nothing about the Ojibwe. I know the guy who does know about the Ojibwe. His name's Barenbark.
And where would we find this Barendark?
You got a map?
Yep.
Keeps a hut to himself. Lives out in the woods. Pretty dangerous. Lots of predators out there. You'll definitely find some trouble going there, but once you get to Barenbark, you'll be relatively safe. He's got something set up there. I don't know what, but the generally things leave him alone.
Is there a bunch of liars here?
Yeah.
Yep, a bunch of scoundrels.
Understand why you people do this.
Because we keep winning.
Yeah, but you're not getting what they are telling you that you're supposed to be getting.
We're getting something. We've got 100 golds of diamond. It's not terrible.
I guess.
And now we got to go risk our lives to find this guy to get our to get our winnings.
Isn't risking our lives just what we do at this point?
It's pretty shitty.
Hey, you took the bet.
You said you had the information.
And I did. I told you about the guy who knows where they are.
Well, I know a guy that knows a guy that knows a guy.
That's
too.
not you having the information. That's him having the information.
That wasn't part of the bet, though, was it? I told you what I knew. You asked me what I knew about the Ojibwe. I told you what I know.
And you reckon that's more than most people? There's a guy
I
that lives in a hut over there.
Yeah, because nobody else knows where Baron Bark is. Well, maybe that guy over there, and maybe that guy, and maybe that guy, but definitely not that lot. Hey, you won the bet. Well done. And he,
Can you just
walks
ping the map
away.
again where Barnbark was? I think I missed it.
I
no, in fact,
have
I can see
revealed-
Barnbark Hut, so I'll take it back.
Yeah.
Where? Oh, it's right here. Baron Bark's
Yeah.
hut.
So that's on the way
But,
to the place at the top we want to go
Right,
anyway.
Hal.
So.
But, well, what I'll say is there's more information, not more prizes to be had. It's up to you guys to decide to stay here for as long as you want. But it's 11 now, so we'll call that an evening there, and we'll get back to it next Sunday.